Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am Stephanie, your tarot reader, and today's reading is about how people view you and your person as a couple. We're going to be tapping into the views and perspectives of your friends, your family, the community, and maybe even spirit itself to see how they view this connection. And this is meant for anybody in a connection. You could be committed, you could be maybe even situationship if you want to try that on. But this is meant for couples. It's mostly a love reading, majorly a love reading. But we have 5 piles here today. We have pile 1 with the Tarot of the Divine. Pile 2, we have the Lucid Dreams Tarot. Pile 3, we have the Starchild Tarot. Pile 4, we have the Mystic Dreams Tarot, and pile 5, we have the Mythos Tarot. So take a few deep breaths, take a few deep moments, think about your person and the energy you both have together, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the Tarot of the Divine tarot deck, then we have a reading here for you about how people view this relationship. We're going to be looking at the perspectives of you and your person's friends, family, and then the universe, or like your spirit guides, your spirit team. And for some of you, I might add a 4th pile, like a 4th section, like how the world in general, like the community around you views you. I'm debating whether or not to do that, I guess, depending on the pile and the couples. So let's go ahead and start with your oracles. I'm live shuffling everything today. We'll use the tarot deck when we tap more in depth into how everybody sees you. But we're going to get the oracles to see exactly how you and your person are as a couple. So you can use this as the vibe check to see whether or not you and your person resonate, whether your relationship fits this description. And then we'll go into the tarot. So for my pile 1, Tarot of the Divine deck pile. So there's a lot of the way the energy is coming through is that I'm looking left and right, like very frantically. Or like, I feel like for a lot, I think you turn heads. I think you and your person definitely turn heads is what I'm seeing. We have the Vision. There could be something visual about you and your person that really turns heads. Maybe you just are a very striking couple. Maybe you dress really well. Maybe you there's something about being seen, whether this is intentional or not. That's what the Vision lets me know. Another way of seeing this is I think you and your person manifested each other, or you definitely have visions of each other, especially if this is a very spiritual connection. Like both you and your person are very spiritual, both alone and together. We also have the Poet. So somebody here could literally be a poet, of course, but I'm also seeing something rather mystical about this connection. I'm seeing like a couple that people get inspired by, like people would love to create art about you, whether it's an actual poem, whether it's taking your picture, or there's just something about your connection that like it's very inspirational. It could give fuel to a poet essentially to write at length about you and your love. We also have the Pilgrim. So you and your person, there's definitely something very new to this connection. Even if you've been together forever, I feel like there's a sense of newness between the both of you. It's kind of like you're always taking on new endeavors, or maybe you're both very adventurous people, or there's something here about... This could be a connection where you both are experiencing like very new things with each other. Like maybe you have never been in a connection like this. So I definitely see the both of you being... Again, this could also be part of the reason that you're very inspirational and why you turn heads. You could be like the first of your kind of couple, if that makes any sense. I don't know why. I'm trying to envision how that is. Maybe in your friend group, you're like the first of whatever it is that you both are. Like maybe this is the first couple that got married, or maybe this is the first couple that did something here, got a home, or maybe within your friend group, this is the first couple that really stayed together the longest. I don't know, but there's something about both of you not being afraid of being different. Like you're okay with this. I guess I'm also thinking of like maybe you moved together from one place to another, so like you could be pilgrims from somewhere else. Let's go ahead and get more cards for you and your person, pile 1. But yeah, you definitely turn heads, and you're definitely very Very inspirational. Let's go ahead and get, I'm getting a God and Goddess card, and we can see this as counterpart energy. We have Hathor or Hathor, contentment. She does have a pregnant looking belly, so somebody here, so this couple could have children, or maybe somebody here is pregnant. She is a goddess of fertility, so even if you're not fertile together, or if you don't want kids together, again, there's something very creative and inspirational about this particular pair. I feel like you and your person are really great at creating things together, whether that's money, a home, a life. Contentment lets me know that you are both very comfortable with each other as well. You're both very happy together. Let's go ahead and get, but in a very simple way. Like, I feel like it doesn't take much to make the both of you happy, but you're still surrounded by like a lot of amazing things. Let's get the God counterpart here. We have Apollo, inquiry. So whoever the masculine is in this connection is somebody who really cares about people. Because with inquiry, I'm thinking of somebody who likes to ask questions, or somebody who is just always there to be everything for everybody. And I feel like together you just make a very fitting match. Like, you both play your roles in this connection, both separately and within the connection. It just works somehow. And I think that's part of the reason people really, and overall, like, the general opinion of the people around you is that they like you two together, because there's just something so unique about this connection. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your oracles for my pile. One. I'm being told to get 2 animal cards here. How do people view you? How are you as a couple? We have koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Very spiritual pile. I was feeling that very strongly. But also koalas make me think of being like very sleepy and cuddly and sweet. I feel like you both have this about you. They also are always a little bit, under the influence, because eucalyptus has that effect on them. But I don't think that necessarily has to be the case for you and your person, pile one. I just think when you get together, you have a dreamlike quality. Like, you want to slow down with each other. You want to take care of each other. You want to really feel each other's embrace, and just, you take it easy when you're together. Even if outside of this connection, you're both very on the go or busy or whatever it is, when you come together, it just becomes so different. Like, the energy you create when you come together is just so dreamy. Let's get another card. For my pile one, we have the stag spirit, take the lead. Like I said, you and your person, you could literally be like a leading couple. Like, you both lead something, or you guide people. Like, I feel like this is definitely power couple energy, but I don't think people see it coming, because you're just so chill together, and you're just so, it's very unassuming. But then when people notice you, it's like, oh wow, look at them. It's that kind of energy. Like, I feel like you would be the Joneses in a neighborhood. People are trying to keep up with you, essentially. And you're not afraid of taking that particular lead. Like, you both like to do whatever it is that you do, and you're great counterparts. You're great co-pilots here. You make a great team. I'm seeing Pacific Rim being drift compatible. Like, definitely you and your person are drift compatible. Oh, I love that. Pacific Rim is my favorite romantic movie out there. You can't convince me that it's not. Like, I don't care how weird that sounds. Personally, I think Pacific Rim is a romantic movie. That's just me. Let's go ahead and get your Prism Oracle cards to see what emotions or what feelings rise up within this connection. We have magic. Yeah, there's something magical about you. I feel like you're both really great manifestors, but you're also really good at, like, making the impossible possible here. We also have, oh, illumination. I love that. I actually kind of like this color scheme. The color orange has been popping up a lot for you, or like this orangey yellow glow. It makes me think of a flame. So there's definitely like a lot of sacral energy here. Like I said, you're very creative, or you yourself could have a lot of, maybe this is my pile of people who want to have a lot of children, or, maybe you just like to, you like to keep busy in other ways as well. Here, pile one, I'm physically busy, if you know what I mean. But there's a lot of energy within this connection, lots of orange popping up. I feel like you and your person have boundless energy, and that's part of the reason you're able to do a lot of great things. Let's get one more. I'm just curious. We also have happiness. You two are very happy together. Like, I see a lot of joy, even if I'm not saying that you're always happy, and I'm not saying that things are easy, but like, you guys find it very easy to be very happy with each other. It's kind of like, this could be my pile of people who, when they get together, even if you're in a bad mood, even if things are awful, even if like you're having an otherwise crappy day, you get together and it's like all of that melts away, and all you can think of is how happy your person makes you, how enjoyable they are, how you're going to have a great time with them. Both of you really prioritize your happiness, both individually and when you're together. And I think that's quite beautiful. I feel like you care a lot about each other's happiness as well. Like, if one of you sees that the other is upset, you're like, well, what can I do to make it better? And I feel like you will both try to really make each other happy, even though you understand that happiness is your own responsibility. Like, you shouldn't be dependent on somebody to make you happy. You both still go out of your way to try and make each other happy. But I see it in a very healthy dynamic. Like, again, you're not codependent on each other for happiness, but you do try to make each other happy. Let's go ahead and get your creative love oracle card for how the relationship is in general, or specific attributes of this relationship that might be important. We have self-love. Accepting and loving yourself is key in either attracting or maintaining a healthy relationship. Focus on what makes you unique without comparing yourself to others. You are unconditionally loved by the universe. I'm seeing that you both prioritize self-love and you encourage that within each other. I think that's one key to your happiness pile one, is that you understand being happy, and that being that being content in life, that getting the most out of life, you prioritize self-love. Like, you both make it a point to spend time apart from each other, to make yourself understand what it is that you need, to love yourself, to hype yourself up, but you still also have that encouragement from one another, if that makes any sense. Like, you both inspire each other's individuality. Like, you both make it a point to give each other space and then come together and have the space together. It's a very healthy dynamic of spending time apart and spending time together. And I feel like there might be moments when you both don't see each other, and then when you do. So maybe this is part of the reason you've really learned how to be separate people that are happy, and when you get together, you're even better than happy, whatever the next step above that is. And I feel like people really like seeing this about you, because there is something unconventional to this connection. Like I said, with the pilgrim, the poet, and the vision, there's something, it could be physically, it could be maybe the way your dynamic is, it could also be just the way your relationship plays out. There's something unique about this, but it works for the both of you, and people kind of want to know what it is that you both do. And I think self-love is one of those things, and people don't really expect that. Like, they don't expect that particular thing to be pivotal. It's like, in order to love each other, you have to love yourselves first. I think it really takes people by surprise, but I mean, we do hear it a lot, but you guys actually put it into play here. Let's go ahead and get one. I'm being told to get one more creative love oracle card. We have in the now. You both are very much in the present. Being in the now is important for your love life at this moment. Release any expectations or worries about your future. Only in the now can you manifest and influence your current love situation. And I'm going to try and read this little note here. Stop thinking about the landing, because it's all about falling. You both prioritize the current moment. You both prioritize being in the present, especially when you're together. I feel like at one point, either you or your person, or the both of you, really focus too much on either the past, the future, or some other timeline that was not the now. And I think together you realize that all we have is the current moment, and all we have is the time we currently have. I keep hearing Julieta Venegas, El Presente, which means the present. Beautiful song. It's one of my favorite songs. When I had my first spiritual awakening, like the biggest one, that was a song that kept playing in the back of my head. Like, that was the first song I channeled about how my life was supposed to go, about being in the present moment. And I feel like you and your person really embody this. Either you learned this together or you inspire it. And I feel like even if you both have, like, I'm not saying you don't worry about your future. Like, I feel like you still do, clearly, especially if you're committed and if you want a future together. But it's kind of like you can only worry about that so much, and you can only plan so much. When you get together, you're all about the moment. You're all about what is going on right now. And I'm really loving the healthy views and perspectives that you both put into relationships here. It wouldn't surprise me if we've been together forever. Like, if this is a couple that's been married for a long time, or if you just both put a lot of work and thought in mindfulness into your connection. Like this is a connection that honestly, this is kind of couple goals. Whatever it is that you are, pile one, between you and your person. This is beautiful energy. So this is how you are as a couple. This is how overall both spirit and people see you. So we're going to go ahead and see how the people you know view this connection. But overall, beautiful energy, very healthy. Not saying that there's anything that's not negative here. Like clearly you're going to have your moments and you're even going to have like your rough patches. But overall, there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of healthy dynamics, light, joy, magic. Like it might, for some people, it might seem too good to be true. But like I said, you're both very spiritual. And when you're very spiritual and mindful of the kind of person you are, I feel like that just adds to the connection, you know, that adds to the kind of relationship you will both attract and nurture within yourselves. And honestly, this is beautiful energy, pile one. Like, my respect for you and your person. Let's go ahead and do the tarot though, because I'm very curious to see how people view this. So let's start with friends. And I'm going to pick 2 cards for friends, 2 cards for family, and then 2 cards for how the universe or everybody else sees it. So for my pile one, let's see how their friends see. Okay, 4 cards want to come out for your friends. We have the Hanged Man, the Chariot, the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. Your friends understand that this is something that doesn't come along very quick, like very easily. I think you've actually changed your friends' minds about what love should be with the Hanged Man. Like if some of them didn't believe in spirituality before, I think they do now because they see your connection and suddenly it's like, well, maybe there is a little bit something to this spiritual way of, or the more mindful way of approaching a relationship here. So it's kind of like maybe a lot of them heard about it before. It's like, oh, what they like, for example, maybe somebody's like, oh, well, I heard when couples meditate, they actually have better, you know, intimacy. But I think that's crap. Like I hear somebody saying something like that, but then they see you do it and it's like, oh, never mind. Chariot lets me know that they see there's a lot of momentum within this connection. They see you going far, or they've already seen you really like go really far in this connection with your goals, with your own relationship. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if you and your person have been together for a long time, pile one. Even if you haven't, I feel like people see the potential for this connection to last a long time. Because these are all major arcana cards. Your friends in general see you very favorably. Very favorably. And I feel like some of your friends who are spiritual also understand the good energy that your connection brings and they truly love it. It wouldn't surprise me, even if people don't understand energy, I feel like they still want you around, especially at like gatherings and parties, because they just love the good times and the good vibes that you guys bring. Like they're just all about the joy and happiness that you bring. Even if you're silly to get, even if you and your couple are typically, I feel like you and your couple, if you and your person see yourself very boring, other people don't see you very boring, pile one. Everybody else sees you as very exciting and fun and just overall chill vibes. Let's see how your family sees it. And I'm going to do, the 2 cards are going to be for their family and your family. A lot of you, I feel like you have friends in common. That's why I didn't do their friends or your friends. I see your friends all being the same friends here, quite honestly. But for family, the first one is going to be your family, pile one. So 2 cards for your family. How does your family see this connection? 3 of Cups. Oh, they have a great time. They like partying with you and your person. 10 of Cups. They're very happy that you found a person that could make you happy. Your family loves your person and they love this connection. They think it's good for you. Some of you might have like sisters as well, because I'm thinking of the 3 sisters here and they really like this person. Or even just your, like, if you have female friends that are like family, female friends, girlfriends that are like family to you, they really like your person. They really like this connection on you. Let's see your person's family. We have the Page of Swords, 8 of Coins. So they questioned it at first. They had a lot of questions. Like they were very curious about what this was. Like I feel like your person's family kind of didn't get it, or like maybe they have a hard time having to speak about this for whatever reason. With the Page of Swords, I'm thinking of people who can't really put their thoughts into words, or maybe they don't know how to ask the questions they want to ask because there was something questionable about this connection. The 8 of Coins lets me know that I feel like their family expresses their approval or their love through physical things. They might gift you a lot of things, or maybe they provide a lot monetarily, or maybe they, like, I'm seeing them. Well, also I feel like they help a lot with finances. So I feel like they like that it's something stable, but they also still don't get it. But they're okay with that. Like, I'm hearing, as long as they're happy, or as long as things are well, as long as they both are, you know, being looked after. So your family absolutely adores this person. Your person's family questions this connection a little bit. Somebody here, your person could be younger than you, and maybe that's why, because the page makes me think of somebody younger, or younger energy, or more uh, naive energy, like less experienced energy. Let's go ahead and see how the universe sees this connection. Your spirit guide, the universe. We have the Nine of Coins. This is beautiful. Let me get one more card just to clarify that. Oh, yeah. You were meant to learn how to appreciate everything in life with this person. I've channeled this before, and I forget where from, but it's kind of like, you can have all the riches in the world. If you have nobody to share them with, it's not worth having. I'm hearing Alicia Keys' song. What's it called? Some people want it all, but I want... everything means nothing if I ain't got you. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. I feel like your spirit guides meant to put this person into your life so that you could learn to appreciate all the good things. Because I feel like they could have given you... the universe could have presented you all the wealth in the world. They knew and understood that you wouldn't appreciate it if you didn't have somebody to have... like, they could send you everywhere in the world, and it could be the most beautiful, fun places, but you wouldn't really appreciate it without having somebody there next to you. I'm going to get 2 cards for everybody else, like the public, even though I felt like the oracles were really talking about the public already. We have the Two of Swords, the Queen of... oh, okay, lots of cards. I'm taking all the cards here. It's weird. I usually am always like, oh, I only need 1 card. But in this particular pile, I'm like, take them all. There's a really abundant energy in this connection. Very Jupiter blessed, very abundant. But Ten of Swords reversed. You know what? I'm going to take it. There's something very easygoing about this connection too, because usually I'm like, oh no, everything has to be like this, everything has to be like that. When it comes to this energy, I'm like, whatever goes, goes. And I feel like you and your person are this way. You're very easygoing. And even though you yourselves individually may not be like this, when you come together, you are. Again, it's that koala, chill, laid back energy that people just really enjoy and really love. And I feel like you and your person enjoy this too. It's like you both love it when you come together, because you just... it's just such a different energy than when you are apart. And I feel like the one thing that might be bad for the both of you is, like, if you're trying to get something serious, or something like, if you're trying to do something serious or trying to do some hard work, you might distract each other a lot, because you're just going to want to have a lot of fun. So maybe working together might not be the best thing, or if you do work together, you got to make sure that you keep your energy separate. Like, don't spend too much time trying to talk to each other or trying to enjoy each other. Business is business, work is work, and then when you get together, it's fun. But the way the world sees it is like, one, I feel like a lot of people don't know what to say, because they understand that you both have such a deep emotional bond with each other. Even if you're not really emotional people, or if you don't typically have this with anybody else, it's like a new way of seeing how relationships are supposed to be. And some people don't really know what to say about it. What they do understand, though, is that even when you have hardships, you know how to handle them. The Ten of Swords reversed is kind of like, when you... how do I say this? When ish hits the fan, you know how to handle it, or you both prevent each other from hitting rock bottom. It's like, it's impossible for you to have a bad day when you have each other. And I feel like this is such beautiful energy. If you and your person don't currently have this, or if you're just here for fun and you don't even have a person, pile 1, I would claim this and ask the universe to bring something like this to you, because you are very deserving of all the love and joy and easygoing, peaceful energy that is flowing right now through this particular pile. It is beautiful energy. And at the end of a long day, like, I really do like this kind of energy. I love this. I absolutely love this for you and your person. But let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice for you and your person. My beautiful pile 1. I think I called you pile 3. It's weird. I haven't even made a pile 3. But let's go ahead and get your advice cards. We're going to start with the Wisdom of Hafiz. for you and your person. This could be other views on how people see this connection. For my pile 1. By the way, my thumbnail is still broken. That's why I have this little thing on, for those of you who are wondering. We have 2 cards. Invite peace. Yeah, lots of peaceful energy here. Also relaxed. This is the most chill couple energy I've ever felt. Such chill energy. Like, and I can see why people want to hang around you. I feel like you just relax people by being yourselves and being around them. Let's go ahead and get the Enchanted Love Oracle cards. These are channeled messages. These could be from you, your person, or the universe. So for my pile 1, I'm being told to get 4. I have mommy daddy issues. I feel like both of you have really helped each other get through issues with your parents, or even if you currently are parents or if you want to become parents, you're going to work through these issues together. We also have, I'm only interested in your body. I feel like this connection could have begun that way, but then like the more you felt each other's energy, the more you really liked it, and then you tried a relationship and it developed into something more than you thought it would. Like there's something here, and don't get me wrong, the getting is definitely good. I feel like that is a big constant, and that could be another reason why there's a lot of happiness in this connection. I feel like regardless of your age or regardless of what's going on, you always give that to each other, and it's so good, and it's just it's an out-of-body experience for some of you. It's truly healing in this particular connection. I'm working on myself so I can be the person you deserve. I was getting that very strongly in this pile, that you both are constantly working on yourselves so that you can be the best versions for each other and for the world. Not just for each other, because I do feel like you believe in being the best you can be in general. And you both have this particular trait about you. And I've been asking around about you. This is funny. I feel like people try to get... This is more your person than you, I'm hearing. Your person likes to ask people what they think of you, even after you've been together forever, even after they already know that you're the one. They're curious to see what people have to say about you. I think because they're very fascinated by you. You might do the same thing. Maybe you develop this habit because you know that they do it. So you kind of ask every now and then what people think of your person. But that's really cute. I feel like this is one way that you help each other develop. It's like, you know, people think this about you and you understand it because they want to be the best version for everybody around them and for yourselves, that they might work on certain traits that other people see within them that you yourselves might not see in each other, which is really interesting. I wonder if you're in the public eye and this is just one way that you care about, again, being the best version of yourself, or being the version of yourself that you need to be for certain situations or people. Very interesting energy. Like, I really love this. Let me know what you and your person do, pile 1. Sorry if the camera went out of focus for a bit. I was noticing that it got really blurry for some reason. And then we're going to get 1 card from the I Am So Totally Into You deck. This is one of my favorites. And this is going to be like an overall theme for this connection. For you as a couple, pile 1. We have, I want to be your south wind, bringing good and fruitful things only, Anayasnan. So if there's something here, and again, this color is showing up, this golden, yellow, orangey color, which is also this moon and the sky here. I feel like this is just the color of your aura. It's golden. I don't know why I didn't realize that before. It's golden energy here, pile 1. I keep wanting to call you pile 3. I haven't made that pile yet, but if you were feeling called to that, by all means, you can go to that one. But there's something here about the both of you just wanting to bring nothing but positivity into each other's lives. Again, not saying that there won't be bad times or that you won't bring up conflict within each other when you see it, but it's like you want to make this the best connection possible for both each other and for the people around you. And you really, really try hard at this. I'm not saying that there won't be ugly days. I'm not saying that there's imperfections here, or that there's not imperfections here. It's just like, you know, you really try. And because you try, you end up having one of the most beautiful connections people see. And it turns heads and it inspires people. But this is where I leave you, pile 1. Thank you so much for letting me read for you and your person. And thank you so much for letting me be in this energy. It is such a privilege and joy. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose the Saint Soleil Lucid Dreams deck, then we have a reading here for you about how people view you and your person as a couple, what your friends, family, and the universe and anybody else, like the public at large, I guess, view you. I'm channeling music for you. Two different songs, both which I would consider like wedding songs. The first one is it's a Mexican song called Si Nos Dejan, and I forget who originated that song, but basically the song is, it translates to if they let us, and it's about how if the world would just let us, we would be together forever, and it would be the most amazing thing forever. Like, it's almost like there might be something preventing you from getting together, or maybe people may have some opinions about your connection. And the second song was Ed Sheeran's Perfect, which anytime I get that song, I just get huge like commitment vibes. You could be engaged to this person, you might be thinking of marrying this person, but regardless, I feel like you both see each other as perfect, or maybe there's like a divide between people where some people see you two as perfect for each other, or others might see you as like they have questions about this kind of like I'm hearing it's questionable. Like certain people could prevent you from getting together, or they kind of don't agree with your connection, whatever the case may be. Let's go ahead and tap into the oracle since I'm already channeling some messages. So I'm going to start with the archetype cards. By the way, I have a bandage because I broke my thumbnail, so it's a bit of a mess. So I'm sorry if that's a little bit distracting, but let's go ahead. And these are fake candles, by the way. These are fake candles. Because I just realized that I was touching them, and if it doesn't appear very obvious on camera that it's fake, then yeah, I just needed the ambiance of candles. But it is the middle of summer and it is so hot. I have one candle, but that's all I can take right now. And like I said, there's a divide here where like maybe some people see you as like not a real thing, and some people see you as a real thing. Let's go ahead and get your archetype cards though. How this first part of the oracles is going to give us how you are viewed as a couple, and this could be a bit of a vibe check for you and your person to see you know, if your energies resonate and fit this. So we have two archetype cards. We have the gem and the mask. Like I said, there's like two sides to this. Like some people, you might be a couple that polarizes people. I feel like some people really adore you. They literally see you as a gem, like something precious. Like they just love the way you two are. And then some people kind of wonder what's going on with you. Like they might think it's not completely real, or that somebody here is not being honest, or I don't know, something along those lines. Let's go ahead and get another card for you and your person. We have Kairos. Somebody here could have blue eyes because this blue eye always is very prominent, but we have Kairos, and I will look into the book for this. Something about both of you having a very distinct voice as well. I feel like you and your person are very vocal. Either you could be like a really loud couple, like maybe you're a loud couple, or maybe the things you say just kind of have an impact on people. I'm not necessarily thinking shock, but like it has an impact on people. Let me go ahead and get the book. So from the book, we have Kairos, mythic time, synchronicity. We have all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. So I'm getting several things from this. I'm getting one, time is different for the both of you. Like when you're together, either time, I feel like it goes at exactly the pace you need, or you might be running out of time. And not so much that time becomes long, it's just that when you get together, it's like time either stops. Another thing I'm getting is synchronicity. So maybe you both have like a great sense of timing with each other, or you're always like, I'm hearing time stops for you, but time will also show you a lot about this connection. Another thing I'm being shown is like years. I feel like with years, this connection will age like fine wine. Even if when you first get together, it might be a little chaotic, or it might be a little bit all over the place. As I say that, an engine starts revving up really, really loud. It's kind of like, as time goes on, I think you will both mellow out, or as a couple, you will mellow out, or people will just accept your connection with time. But synchronicity also makes me think maybe you both have like a psychic connection, and that could be something, you know what it is? It's you meeting each other at the right time. And there's an energy behind that, like something spiritual behind that, especially if you're both very actively spiritual, or even not actively. And I'm hearing people see the passage of time with and through you. it could be that maybe one of you has an ability to see into the future, and when you get around this person, you're able to do it a lot more easily, or you both get glimpses of the future together. Synchronicity also lets me think, again, it might be a psychic bond. And maybe some people subconsciously are aware of that and they don't like it, and some people do like it. What this connection is going to do is polarize certain people, and you're going to have your people who either love it and they like you together. These are going to be very positive and high vibrational people for you. And there's going to be negative ones, and a lot of those negative ones are just going to fall off. Like, either they're going to learn to accept it or they're going to fall off. If it's family, they're probably just going to learn to accept it. If not, then especially friends or friends that you didn't really care about, people who are just on the outskirts, they're going to fall off because your connection brings something very precious. With mask, I'm also thinking that you both are able to see through people, or maybe one of you is really good at doing this. And yeah, like one of you is good at being the person who is able to see through deception, or you're able to see through something, and the other one is really good at being a distraction. Like somebody here is really good at talking to people and the other one is good at judging them. It's kind of like a dynamic duo, especially if you go into business together or if you become part of a unit. I feel like you will know what roles to take here. This could be another reason people are polarized by you. Like some people really like that you do this. I'm hearing either Bonnie and Clyde or like a power couple kind of energy. And then other people are just like, well, I don't like them together. And the reason they don't like you together is because they can't get away with doing the things they used to do to you when you are together. Because somebody here is really good at like calling people out and telling the other, hey, this person isn't good for you or for us or for, somebody here is very perceptive, very intuitive, and they're able to call out people. I feel like that's the person who gets disliked the most. And then the other person is a really good charmer. They're definitely a manifester. This would be the gem person. And they're really good at talking their way in and out of everything. And some people may dislike that person again because some people just don't like charmers. I know I used to not like them until I understood the value of them. So, and again, because I'm the kind of person who's able to see through that, I feel like you combine the best of both worlds. It's like together you're able to literally create anything you want because you're able to let certain things in and out of your life that you know are going to be good for you. It's mostly around people though. I feel like this particular pile, you may actually directly deal with people. And maybe that's why there's such an intense energy about how you are being perceived. Not just your friends and family. I'm seeing like the public at large. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. We're going to get some gods and goddess cards. And you can be whichever energy you choose to be here. You can be either the gods or the goddess. I'm being told to start with the gods card. So this is the masculine energy. And you can put yourself in either of the energies. Just go with what resonates with you more. That was a very odd noise. I want to say that was a horn. We have Garuda travel. So you and your person may travel a lot together. If you don't travel together, I feel like you definitely open each other's minds and perceptions of the world. There's something here about learning together. I'm thinking of the 9th house in astrology or Sagittarius energy in general. You're also both very spiritual, but it wouldn't surprise me in general if you just enjoyed traveling together. You're able to go places together, metaphorically as well. We also have raw power. I'm not surprised he came through because I was getting a sense of power couple here. Ra is the sun god. And with sun, I'm thinking of, you could literally spend a lot of time in the sun. Like maybe you are both day people, like maybe you live near a beach, or maybe the summertime might be important for the both of you. But there's definitely something about when you two come together, you both have power. And when you come apart, I'm not saying you don't have power, but it intensifies, especially if you're both already powerful people apart. When you come together, it's like, why am I hearing Wonder Twin powers activate? It's like you both have opposite sides of something that is very important here. It's kind of like, yeah, like you combine and you are something greater. Even though apart, you are still very much your own thing. Let me go ahead and get the goddess cards. Another thing, the masculine here, whomever that may be, they do not like to be without their feminine. The masculine here really likes their feminine energy or their feminine counterpart. So yeah, somebody here is a little bit clingy to their person. And I feel like it's whoever presents as more powerful here. And I'm saying presents because I think they understand that their power is limited until this person comes along, and then they feel unstoppable. Like, this person is really good at presenting as being powerful and capable of everything, but their secret sauce, the secret ingredient, it is actually their person, because I think their person does not present as powerful, but they actually are. And this is one thing that really attracted this person to the other. I'm not sure which one you are, pile 2. I just know you'll know if it's you, and you'll know if it's your person. Somebody here presents as powerful, but they're actually nowhere near as powerful as they are when they are with their person, and that is like a big source of attraction to them. And you can use that power as however. It could be money. It could be actual power, like within a company or something. It could be intuitive ability. Or it could be like literal strength. But there's something here about the masculine just not being able to. They're a lot more attached to their feminine than they want to admit. But for feminine energy, we have Pomona plenty. So the feminine energy, or whoever identifies as a feminine, this is a very, I'm hearing influential, but also very abundant couple. With influential, I'm thinking that they're capable of manifesting a lot of wealth. And I do mean a lot of wealth. I think like when they get together, their money multiplies without trying. So let's say you both make rather modest incomes when you're apart. When you come together, that money will multiply times 10. Add both of those times 10, because there's something very abundant about the way your energies combine. Like, people just want to give you money. People just want to, bring a lot of good stuff to you. We also have bossed play. The feminine here is very playful, but this playfulness really adds a lot to the carefree attitude. Like I said, the masculine here is just enamored with the feminine. Absolutely enamored. Because they understand that they are both, I think it's this playful energy that puts them in a mood to really want to have power. But like I said, the feminine has a lot more influence here. So maybe she does have money. Maybe she does have this playful energy that brings in a lot more. It's kind of like, when manifesting, they always say to put yourself in an energy of fun and love, high vibrational energy to call in the things you want. I think the feminine here has really mastered this. And this is why they both are just so drawn to each other, because the feminine here will be drawn to the power, but not in a I need to tame it kind of way. It's more like I enjoy it because of how much fun I can have with it. It's very much, this energy is so interesting. But I feel like you both just bring something, like apart, it doesn't seem like much, but together it becomes everything. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. I'm going to use some Prism Oracle cards to get emotions that come through or feelings that come through in this connection. And oh, by the way, both of you are very attractive. I don't know why I personally see Ra in this particular deck as very attractive. I do not understand, because he's got the head of an eagle, and I'm not into that, but like, I guess it's the power in general. I feel like the feminine here really is attracted to power, or the perceived power. I feel like that may have been something, but then they saw through the facade and saw into what this person could really do, and this person is definitely a mover, a doer, and is very driven. But they saw through the facade of power, and then she was like, well, do you want to know what real power is? Because it's not what you think it is. It's actually understanding that you are abundance and that life is meant to be lived beautifully and fully. And I think that's where the feminine draws her power from. It's just being able to understand that the true joys in life are things that make you happy. That true abundance comes from joy. True abundance comes from family, comes from friends, comes from like the love that they both share. It's a very, very interesting dynamic. I love this. So let's go ahead and get your cards. For my pile 2, we have mystery. You both have a mysterious aura about you. Like, people just don't understand certain ways about you. Mostly how you got together, and mostly why you're drawn to each other, because I could see this being a little bit of an odd couple. We have creativity. You both will create a lot of amazing things together. It could be kids, of course, but it could also be, I'm hearing genius ideas. I'm hearing very specific types of businesses or business ventures. I feel like you could create something and then sell it and make money off of that. Like, one person here will provide the technical skill and the other one will provide the idea, and you will both be able to do this. And I feel like that's part of the reason again, it's playful energy, because creativity can also be very playful. I feel like it's the feminine who had a lot of these ideas and the masculine was able to create them. You both combine your energies very well here. A lot of purple also lets me know, again, very heavy intuitive ability here. I think on both sides. I'm not sensing it, well, I guess maybe the feminine, but I'm not sensing it stronger in one person more than the other. You just go about different ways. We have happiness, and this goes next to playful. And this actually came out in pile 1 as well. I feel like all the couples that are coming through so far in this particular reading are very happy. And reflection. You both reflect certain things within each other. It's like you're both able to call out certain things within each other because you understand it. Like you understand when your person is acting in a certain way, exactly why they are doing it. And you could see it as either you've been through it before, or you're good at intuitively showing them what they need to see, and not in a bad way. I'm not seeing somebody here, like this is not a couple who argues a lot. Or if you do, it's with so much love that it doesn't feel or seem like arguing, at least to everybody else. You both reflect certain things within each other. And I think it's mostly the person who is able to see through everybody, the one who is able to see through the masks. But the person who is a charmer also does this. I feel like there's definitely a balance here where, like, if you do one thing to the other person, they're okay doing it to the other because it seems fair. Very Libran energy, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Back of the deck, we have anger. Again, your anger isn't the way most couples show anger. Like, I think some couples show anger by arguing, getting back at them, etc., whatever. The both of you do it in such a loving way that I think couples counselors would ask you what the trick is, because maybe at one point somebody may have seen you or will see you argue, and they're going to be like, that was an argument for the both of you? It's like, yeah, we solved it really quickly because we're here, but we're going to talk about it a little bit more. But the way you approach this, you both are so level-headed. Even when you get angry, I don't think you raise your voice, or if you do, I feel like you would only really act up because you want it to get a little spicy in bed, like, not gonna lie. I don't know why I'm saying that specifically. Like, if you both have drama, it's because it's going to actually add to something else going forward. But I don't think you both have a lot of drama. You both just know each other so well that when something comes up, I'm seeing both of you just like hold each other, like look in each other's eyes and be like, what's really going on? Or is this really you? Or like the other person going, yeah, that's not you. I don't know why you're doing that. I understand why you're doing it, but I don't get why you just did that just now. And like literally you just hold conversations with each other because you're both so good at the outer appearance thing. One of you is good at charming, one of you is good at looking through masks, that you can't hide anything from each other. So you don't bother doing the petty things that most couples do when it comes to disagreements. Your anger is something that people don't understand. It's not really anger. It's just another form of love that you both have, like, it's love gone awry is what I'm hearing. This is such beautiful energy, pile 2. Let me get the rest of your cards. Sorry if you notice a cut, pile 2, but let me go ahead and get the rest of your cards. We're going to do the animal cards to get a representation of you and your person. So far, this is the most cards I've pulled for anybody, and the most channeling I've done too. I feel like you and your person are just such an interesting couple. It's no wonder that you're polarizing. But for animals, and you can see this as either person. So we have Dove Spirit, be peaceful, or sorry, be peace. And number 21, in case that's important. I will say all the numbers at the end. But there's definitely a sense of peace within this connection, or peace could be something that you both seek within each other. It's very important here. And then, like I said, I was talking about how you handle anger. This is one of the ways, and I feel like that's part of the reason you're so peaceful. We also have Flamingo Spirit. Embrace the in-between, number 26. So there could be an age gap here of like 5 years apart. Doesn't have to be. But like I said, there's the in-between makes me think of like either when you got together or maybe throughout your relationship, there have been moments where you weren't exactly together, or maybe it took some time for this to start, because I'm seeing like towards the beginning of your relationship, it could have been a little bit either messy-ish, or it just took some time for you both to understand what this connection was. Embrace the in-between lets me know that there were moments when you didn't realize that this connection was as deep as it was, because I'm seeing two people that didn't mean to get in a relationship and then they did. Like, without them really, like, I'm not saying that you didn't consent to this relationship. It's kind of like you both might have been friends for a long time before you realized that you really had feelings for each other. Or there could have been like one pivotal moment where you were both wondering what this connection was, or maybe you didn't want a connection. It could have started out as a situationship, not to feed any delusions to anybody who is currently in one, but there is the feeling here that the in-between is what you both crave sometimes, because that's where you learn the deepest lessons. There could also be moments when you are both kind of doubting yourselves, or when you both are going through things. It's kind of like this couple looks forward to the times when things are a little bit unsteady, either within each other, not so much within this connection, though I guess that could also be the case, because that's when you have the most growth, if that makes any sense. The transition, the in-between, this is all important to you right now, or not right now, but in general, because that's when you have the most growth, and that's where you can be there for each other the most. Not in a trauma bond way either. It's kind of like you both understood when you got together that you were meant to transform. And I feel like you go through moments of that throughout your relationship. Not as, I think it was more frequent in the beginning, but then as you mellowed out, like I said, as like time went on, it became less and less so. But at the same time, it's like, if there's any new things that are happening, you know there's going to be an in-between phase that you're going to have to be there for each other. And you both low-key really look forward to that. Because the mystery, I think you like each other's mystery and the creativity and the happiness. This is how you go about it. You look for the things that haven't been expressed. You look for the resources or the ways to get over these things. And then you find your joy within each other. And this is how you reflect it. Oh, that is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Let's go ahead and get your creative love oracle card. This is how the connection is seen by others. And I know I'm not actually getting too much of how people see you. I'm just getting how this connection works, because the way people see it is that they don't get it sometimes, or they fully get it. Like there's no in between. This is mostly spirit explaining to you what the beauty of this connection is. So we have influencing factors. It's funny because I was talking about the 9th house here. There are influencing factors at play regarding your love life. Money issues can play a role. Oh, I'm having a hard time saying that. Maybe that is the case. As well as career change and foreign countries and cultures. So there are times when you spend apart. And I think that's one of those in-between phases where you can really be there for each other. Maybe the communication is a lot stronger when you're further apart, ironically enough. Or maybe you just pay extra care to this. Or maybe you like that you grow, that you have to spend time apart to grow individually and then come back together. We also have time to say goodbye. The situation or relationship you in is facing an end. There's a typo here. The situation or relationship you're in is facing a dead end. It's time to move on and let go. All endings bring new beginnings. There's something here about I feel like this really is a couple that, like, you've broken up at least once, and it was during that time apart that you really understood what you were meant for within each other. It's like you came back, because let me get a clarifier for that one. This could also be the influencing factors that, like, maybe people want you to be apart or don't want you to be together. But the fact that there's a typo there makes me want to be like, well, you can't even spell this right. So no offense to the creator of this oracle. Of course, I'm just like I don't like that card, but clearly. We have new love. A new door to love will soon open for you. New love for you is on the way. This can also be a new phase in a relationship. Enjoy the excitement. Yeah, I feel like some of you had to come apart in order to understand what you really wanted from each other. Because like I said, the beginning of this connection is a little bit hazy, or maybe there was some on-off energy or something here where, like, you really had to choose each other. But, like, in the most beautiful way. Because there's a lot of gorgeous things within this connection. Of course, it could be the case. I feel like a lot of you are already together and committed. Like, I don't really see anybody here being in anything. Maybe a long-term connection where you don't want to get married. That's another thing that's coming through. But still, I feel like some of you had to come apart in order to come back together and understand what you really wanted. Sometimes you have to lose somebody to understand that you really want them. And I feel like this could have been the case for either you or your person in this connection, or the both of you. But time apart is what is important here, because it'll make you understand what this connection was truly about. or is truly about. I really don't see the both of you wanting to grow apart though. But let's move on to the tarot now, because I kind of want to see what some of these influencing factors are. It could be the people around you. It could be family. Underneath the anger card was energy, by the way. Yeah, this connection has a lot of energy. Both that you have a lot of energy to take on certain things, and also that your spiritual energy is just very strong with each other. Like, this is the kind of couple where as much as you decord, you keep coming back to each other for good reasons. But let's move on to the tarot. We're using the Lucid Dreams Tarot, and this is a new deck for me, so I'm glad that my pile twos get to use it. And we're going to do this in 3 sections. First one is going to be how your friends see you. Second one is going to be how your family see you. And I'm going to do 2 sections for the family. One for your family and one for their family. And then the third one is going to be the universe or anybody else that needs to come through, how it is being viewed, how this connection is viewed. I could see why some people would see this connection as problematic though, just because of the on-off energy or the way you handle conflict. Because there is conflict, and there's nothing wrong with having conflict within a connection. I think every couple, every healthy relationship will have that. It's how you handled it that makes it really interesting, with so much love and forgiveness and acceptance. Not saying that you will let each other get away with bad things if you have done that. It's just like the way you try to understand each other and talk it out. Right, how your friends see you. For this pile, I'm being told to get 2 sets of friends. So first section is going to be your friends pile. 2, we have the 8 of Swords. Some of your friends think that you're not seeing this completely. Some of your friends think that some of your friends think that you should have seen yourself as a victim in certain things that they did, but you're not seeing it that way because, 1, I don't think you like to victimize yourself here, pile 2. And 2, I think there's such a deep level of understanding between you and your person. I'm seeing your friends forgive your person for things that they would not forgive their partners for. But again, there's such a big heart between you and your person. Let's get another card for your friends. We have Justice. Yeah, some of your friends may think that some of your friends actually think it's good the way you balance things out, believe it or not. I feel like you balance things out rather well. So you might have like friends with differing opinions. There's definitely like 1 or 2 that think that they would not have forgiven your person for something or something that, or I don't know, something they did to you. But you're very forgiving. And then the Justice makes me think that you guys are very balanced, and some of them even see you both like getting married. You might have one of your specific friends as a witness, because I'm seeing a courthouse specifically for those of you who want to get married and who, or have already gotten married. Then let's get your person's friends. What do they think of this connection? We have the 10 of Wands. They think you demand too much of them. Their friends think you demand too much of them. And 7 of Swords. Some of them think that that you get away with too much. Maybe that you keep secrets, or even that you lie. Their friends don't trust you. I'm being told some of these friends are the ones who are actually the ones who like to get away with too much stuff. Essentially, some of their friends ask too much of your person, and some of them actually lie to them to get a lot more out of your person, but they would rather accuse you of this. Maybe some of their friends have gaslighting energy, like maybe some of them are just straight up gaslighters. I don't know why that's coming through, and I'm sorry that has to show up for their friends, but yeah, very differing opinions. But overall, I feel like your friendship circle understand that you both are committed to each other with the Justice card here. Like, they just accept it. Let's get the families. So for my pile 2, the first section is going to be your family. We have the 10 of Swords, and she wants to come out reversed. I feel like some of your family believes that you've gone through a lot, and this is why you're choosing this person, either because they see them as a good fit for you after all you've been through, or because, and this is awful, it isn't going to be everybody in your family. There's going to be a few of them that think they should just settle down. Like, why continue suffering? Just settle down. This person should be, especially if you are at a certain age or if you've just dated around a lot. Some of your family just thinks, okay, this one. Not that they think you're settling, it's just that they think you're just going to choose this one because it's been a minute. And then, oh, and then some of your family really love this person. This came out in pile 1 as well. Some of your family really likes to party with them. Maybe you have friends in common within your families. Like maybe one of your cousins or siblings is actually friends with your person. But they love to have get-togethers with your person. Maybe your person's just really fun as well. Maybe they're just a party person, which is very interesting. But they love to have a great get-together. I feel like they're going to accept them regardless. But your family really thinks that you... Yeah, some of your family might think you're settling. Even if they don't completely agree with the person you chose, I think they think you're settling, which is awful because I don't think that's what you're doing here, pile 2. But let's go ahead and get your person's family, what they think of this connection. We have the Hierophant. Your person's family is seeing them mature. They're seeing them really learn. They could also see your person become a little bit more spiritual. That could be the case. But what I'm seeing is Hierophant is karmic lesson. They're seeing them learn through you. They're seeing them mature, grow up, get their stuff together. You're really a positive influence on them, even maybe a restrictive one in some cases. I think in the worst case scenario, they see you as restrictive, but their family actually likes you for them for this reason. I'm seeing your person learn a lot from you. Let's get one more. We have the King of Wands. Your person stepping into their powerful masculine energy, regardless of their gender here. Your person stepping into power. Their family loves what you've created out of your person. Again, it's like you're making them mature. You're making them be more powerful. Maybe this person really got their act together when they got with you and decided to go after the career they wanted. Maybe they started getting better off financially or were put in a position of power. They see you leveling them up. So their family thinks that you're a really good asset to them. Like you definitely bring something out in them that they've never seen anybody else bring out in them before. Very interesting. I really love this. For your person anyway. I feel like you definitely bring a lot of good out in them. That's how their family sees it anyway, which makes sense. I feel like because their family really does want all the good energy for your person. They wish them nothing but well. They're seeing all the positivity within your person, as opposed to some of their friends that are seeing this 10 of Wands and 7 of Swords energy. Like their friends don't like you, but their family does, which is making me question some of their friends, honestly. Like, what kind of friends does your person have if they don't see the good in you? But let's go ahead and get how everybody else sees this connection. I feel like their family knew you were the one when they started seeing your person get their act together. So for everybody else, this could be spirit, this could be the public at large. How do they see you? We have the Hanged Man. You both have definitely changed a lot within this connection. We have new perspectives here, which does make sense. A new perspective, a shift in perspective, but also letting go of some old habits or ideas that were holding you back. Like you both really overcome a lot together. We also have the Moon. This is that psychic connection that keeps coming through for the both of you. You definitely did your shadow work when you got together, or you couldn't help but want to get rid of some negative habits within you. Again, this explains why their friends don't like you. It's like you're leveling up your person and making them a better human being. Like, how dare you? And some of these friends are going to fall away. We also have the Queen of Swords. There's... Whoever the feminine is here, though it doesn't have to be, I feel like you're both just very smart together. You make really good moves together. You understand what plans to take into action. The way you sort out your feelings is in a very, not clinical, it's like in a very detached way. You try to understand each other, but this is how you nurture each other. That's that Libra energy. A lot of Libra energy is coming through in this particular pile, by the way. Let's get one more. We have the Three of Swords. You both know how to handle conflict and heartache. Like anywhere where you both have, I think, again, it's that in-between and that suffering stage when you both come together and you are just there for each other. And I feel like it took some time to get there. You both had to work through your own blockages. You're both had emotional blockages that you had to work through on your own. And when you come together, you can't help but want to help each other out when it comes to this. Because I'm seeing like somebody maybe not getting a promotion they wanted and the other person being there to comfort them. Or I'm seeing somebody here. It's just like whenever one person's heart aches, the other person feels it. And you want to be there for each other. And that's why whenever you hurt each other, whether it's intentional, I doubt it's ever intentional. But when you both hurt each other unintentionally, you really, really, why am I hearing they make the sweetest love? Why is that? That is so out of nowhere. But you both spend like days and weeks making it up to each other. It's just such a loving energy here. And in the most unusual way, well, maybe not unusual, but in an unexpected way. Unexpected. Back of the deck, Nine of Cups, letting me know that this connection is really all about understanding the pure joy and love within each other. You both are like wish fulfillments for each other. You both have a lot of gratitude for each other as well. I'm seeing both of you just being very happy to be in each other's lives. And anyone who disagrees with this, I feel like you're gonna... It might be a little hard at first, especially if like some of these friends that don't like your person or you have been friends that have been with each other for a long time. But after that, it's like you just... There's so much love here. There is so much love here. And I feel like there's going to be certain people you have to cut out, because if you don't, they might mess with this connection. And these are people, again, I feel like it's mostly friends or even like acquaintances, co-workers if they know you, something here. But there's such growth and love here. But let's go ahead and move on to your closing cards, your closing advice. And of course, it goes without saying, this connection isn't always easy, but when it's not easy, I think you both look forward to it. It's like, oh, what are we growing through? What are we about to uncover about each other that we know is going to make us into better people? That is such an odd... Well, I don't want to call it odd because it seems like I'm judging, but that is just such an interesting and unique way of perceiving this connection. Let's go ahead and get your Wisdom of Hafiz Oracle cards. For my pile 2. We have... Okay, 3 came out. We have Relax, Invite Peace. Both of these came out in pile 1. I'm actually going to put them back. Because I thought I shuffled these well. But these are both from pile 1. Maybe some of you are from that pile as well. Or maybe if you were already called to that, you might want to go back. We have Create, Silence, and Create. Both have the word create. Again, this is a very creative couple. Or you both will create beautiful things with each other. With Create Silence, like I said, you invite peace within this connection. You both are so peaceful and loving together. And with Create in general, I feel like you both inspire each other to do the things that you are meant to do, whether it's within your life path or to even become more creative as individuals. Maybe one of you is didn't realize that they were very creative, and when they got with you, they started taking up a hobby, and this became something very pivotal for them, or a way for them to release certain stress. I'm also seeing somebody here own up to a certain skill or power that they didn't realize they had once you two got together. Let's go ahead and get your the channeled messages. These could be messages from either your person or from your higher self, or just messages about the connection in general. For my pile 2, what do we need to know about this beautiful connection? How they are viewed as a couple. We are twin flames. I was getting that rather strongly. I don't necessarily believe in the notion of twin flames, but if this helps you identify what this connection is, then I hope that helps. We also have I can't be with you right now. Like I said, there are moments when you spend time apart, but then you come back together. I'm hiding a secret from you, positive. So there's like, if you do hold secrets, it's for good reasons. If you do fib from time to time, it's for good reasons. I've been asking around about you. Somebody here, this is when they talk to their friends. They ask for their opinion, and I think some of their friends, because their friends are honest and because somebody here would choose very honest friends, they tell them everything, and maybe this is how they realize that this friend may or may not be for you or for this connection. But I'm also seeing especially toward the beginning, I feel like maybe they were asking a lot about you because there's the mystery to this connection. I don't care about what other people think anymore. I want you. Yeah. It took some time, but I feel like you both just really wanted each other. We also have, I am going to propose to you. I want to marry you. Yeah, there's definitely, I feel like some of you are already married though, because of the conflict resolution that is within this connection. But if not, then there's a huge potential for this to be a good marriage. We also have, I have mommy daddy issues. I feel like somebody here may have like a hard time with either their mother or father. Maybe the both of you do. And this is something that you help each other with, especially healing those wounds if you do so in a spiritual way or in a energetic way, I mean. We also have, I don't want to move on from you, but I don't want to change my ways either. And those ways that they didn't want to change, somebody's going to change them here. I don't know who this is, but one thing that had to happen before this connection became solid and stable and committed was that somebody had to change their ways, and somebody here convinced the other person to do so. There might have been ultimatums. There might have been maybe a talk about how things are meant to go within this connection. It's like, if you don't want to move on from me, you're going to have to change because these are my standards. That's what I'm hearing. And then I have so much passion in my heart for you, it scares me. Yeah, there's a lot of passion here, a lot of passion for each other. That's another way to view creativity. Another thing about the card, I don't want to change my ways. I feel like somebody here changing their ways meant that they had to cut out certain friends because maybe those friends were enabling certain bad habits. And when it came between you and their friends, pile 2, I feel like they chose you because they understood that you were better for them than certain friends of theirs that really didn't have their best interest in mind. And I think that was something very hard for this person to do because this person sounds like they really care about what people think of them. And I feel like to them, that was their biggest action of love toward you, was letting go of maybe even lifelong friends that had nothing positive to provide to them. You know, like maybe they heard a friend disrespect you or say something about you and it was a big fallout, and maybe that was a heartbreak that you had to help them through. Or maybe something here. I don't know why I'm seeing that very specifically. Maybe somebody here needed to hear that. Let's go ahead and get your last card, the I am so totally into you card. And I think this is my longest pile so far. But this connection is just so interesting. Like, I can't help but want to keep diving deeper into this. We have no strings attached. Your love is so Wi-Fi. Like I said, I feel like this connection began, or maybe it still is, like very friends with benefits, or situationship, something like this was not meant to be as deep as it is. And then one more. She gathered me, man, the pieces I am. She gathered them and give them back to me in all the right order. Yeah, you both gather each other up and make each other whole again. But you do this like symbiotically. You do this at the same time. You do it in both parts to each other. You both carry emotional weight for each other here. I don't see one person doing more than the other here. I feel like you both give each other exactly what you need. There is balance here. There is mirroring. That's very much twin flame energy. But this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you and your person. Thank you for the privilege of letting me understand what your energy is. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the Starchild Tarot, then we have a reading here for you about how people, your friends, family, and others view your person and you as a couple. What do they think of this? How do they view it? What's going on as well within their minds whenever they see you and your person? We're going to start with the oracles, and that's going to give us a view of how you and your person are, how you are perceived in general. And that could give you a bit of a vibe check to see if this is you and your person or not. And then we're going to go into the tarot and we're going to see how the people around you view you. So let's go ahead and start. I'm being told to start with the animal cards. I'm going to get two, one to represent you, one to represent your person, or it could be like shared aspects of this connection as well. For my pile 3. I hope I called you pile 3 at the beginning as well. So pile 3, we have Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. You both definitely have a bigger picture of what it is that you want out of life or within this connection. We also have Butterfly Spirit, transformation is beautiful. So there's definitely a feeling of transformation here. You both are able to transform with each other and through each other, or you're both not afraid of starting anew, especially when things happen between this connection. I feel like you're both not afraid of doing new things, or this connection in general could be very transformative for the both of you. And I feel like this will be felt more so in the beginning stages, because we have 11 and 38 here. And 11 makes, because it's the lower number, it makes me think of the beginning stages. But I'm also thinking of 11, of course. So this connection itself could have been a little bit of a wish fulfillment. Let's go ahead and get your archetype cards. I'm going to pull 2 or 3 here for how this connection is. Okay, these cards do not want to shuffle that well. And my thumb, I broke my nails, so I have a band-aid over it. That's why it looks like that. For those of you wondering, sorry if it's distracting. So for my pile 3, we have the Maiden, number 8. We also have the Venom. And the Fault Line. I'm seeing this is a couple that can get through a lot of tough stuff. This is a couple that really treasures the sweetness that it has. This is a couple that will defend each other. The Maiden makes me think, again, maybe you both were rather young when you got together, or there's something here about purity that you both want to preserve. The Venom makes me think that you have both been through a lot together, either both as a couple or through outside forces that were being thrown at you, or outside energies, I should say. Because Venom and Fault Line make me think that there have been times where you've allowed people or situations to come between this connection, and what you both decided for was to really fight for this. Of course, this could also mean that there could be a lot of intervention within this connection. Like, people may try to come between the both of you, but what your ideals are is a lot greater than what people have to say about this. Because I'm seeing like two very attractive individuals that everybody wants to get with. I don't know why that specifically is coming through. Like, somebody here went through a really big glow up, and I feel like they went through a glow up within this connection, and they started gaining more attraction. And there could have been people, like third party situations, trying to come between the both of you. I'm also seeing people here, especially if it's a connection where there's like either an age gap, or maybe somebody here holds more power than the other. People kept trying to say that there was something wrong with this, or maybe I am seeing, because the Fault Line makes me think that at some point this connection could have broken apart, or maybe right now you're going through a sense of this connection isn't completely together, and maybe that's part of the reason you came to this reading, to get a view of how you and your person are, pile 3. But I'm seeing such a sweetness. The Maiden makes me think of like a purity, a sweetness, a love that is definitely I'm hearing very fresh. I don't know how long you've known each other. This could be a new connection, but regardless, even if it's not, like, the connection always feels like the first time you saw each other. You still feel the same way you felt the first day you met, like being enamored, absolutely. Because there's definitely a sense that one person here, because I'm looking at this spirit staring at, this lizard staring at the butterfly, just completely enamored. Somebody here definitely had love at first sight. And maybe they've never expressed this, or maybe they have a hard time accepting this because they don't believe at love at first sight, but this is the closest they've ever gotten to it. And somebody here became enamored from day one. I think it's whoever went through the most recent glow up, that's the person they fell for. Whoever, yeah. That you could also switch it around, but that's what I'm seeing strongly. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards though, because it's a very interesting energy. We're going to do the gods and goddess cards, starting with the goddesses. So for my pile 3, let's get the feminine energy here, and you can decide which energy you are, the feminine or masculine, the god or goddess. We have Valkyrie's redemption. I'm being told somebody here brought somebody to their knees. Most likely the feminine, or it could also be whoever went through this glow up. Or even that there's a sense of redemption through this connection. Because I'm hearing a few songs. And then the masculine energy. Raw power. He came out in pile 2. So if you came from pile 2, or if you were drawn to pile 2, I recommend you go to that one. It could have something to do with this. But the masculine energy is very interesting, because either they are very powerful, or they have a facade of being powerful, whichever resonates most. But then they met the feminine energy here, and this feminine energy brought them to their knees in a way that they were never expecting. Redemption makes me think that maybe the masculine energy was more somebody who wasn't afraid of getting away with some shady energy, or maybe they did something questionable, but when they met the feminine here, it's like they wanted to stop doing that. Like they wanted to become a changed person for them. Or maybe they changed right before they met this person, and they were because they wanted to be very honest, they had to come clean about certain things they've done in their past. Because when I look at the Valkyries card and I look at the feminine energy, I'm hearing two songs. One of them is from The Sound of Music, and it's not my favorite song, but I keep hearing it. It's somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Because this person almost feels like they don't like somebody here feels like they don't deserve the other, more likely the masculine. And then the other song was Shakira's Underneath Your Clothes, and specifically the lyric that says, the one where she says, all the things, there's the man I chose, there's my territory, and all the things I deserve for being such a good girl. Yeah, there's something here about deserving each other that is coming through very strongly. And I'm not sure who is who here. I feel like it all depends on how you view each other. I guess you will know, pile 3, but there's definitely a feeling that somebody here had to fight off a lot of toxicity, and maybe even within this connection itself, because somebody here is just so beautiful that they don't know whether they deserve it. I feel like it's more likely you, the one who is the maiden, the butterfly spirit, and the Valkyrie. Redemption, wanting to be redeemed, and could be your person who is in this powerful energy or presenting a powerful energy with the fault line and the venom. I feel like maybe you're currently going through some kind of thing where somebody messed up and they want to make up for it. That could be something current, or it could be from the past, or it could be like a defining event within this connection that really changed the course, or like it changed the way you both see each other, your connection, or maybe even some world views here. But let's go ahead and get your Creative Love Oracle card to see how this connection is seen by others, or how this connection plays out. And this could have been something public. Maybe somebody caught somebody here doing something. Let's go ahead and do some. Get your cards though. We have red flags. Don't overlook the warning signs regarding the situation. Someone may act in a very negative and destructive way. Is it really healthy for you? And another card. Soulmate. Yes, this person is your soulmate. There is a strong spiritual bond between you and this person. This card also pertains to new friendships with kindred souls and attracting the right people. So there's definitely a feeling that somebody here saw red flags at the beginning, or maybe red flags are something that have been sorted out, because I'm seeing somebody ask something of somebody. It's like, you have to change your ways or we can't be together. That's the soulmate energy coming through as well. And this card wanted to come out as well, alone time. Spending some time alone and apart keeps a relationship interesting and balanced. This card also indicates time apart and being single. So there could have been a false start to this. Like maybe somebody here set an ultimatum and said that if they don't stop their bad ways, they would have to leave them. And maybe that actually happened. And this is somebody here that wants to come through. I feel like somebody here is really wanting to redeem themselves. They really want to forgive or be forgiven for all the things that they've done. We also have chemistry. So chemistry could play a big role within this connection. I'm not going to read the whole thing just because it was back of the deck, but physical chemistry could play a big role within this connection, because I'm seeing love at first sight. I'm seeing somebody wanting to change their ways. I'm seeing something rather lovely about this connection, especially when you're both intimate and alone. Maybe it's a time you spend apart that kind of is a little fuzzy, if that makes any sense. Maybe that's when the red flags come out. It could also be the case that somebody here could have either a lifestyle or friends or outside influences that lead them to do things that they don't want. That came through strongly in pile 2. So if you were called to pile 2, that could be something that comes up, but only if you're already called to it. Or maybe you're coming from that pile, because I know sometimes the energy carries over, because I know a lot of people like to do the thing where they just keep watching the next pile because they're too occupied to stop the video. But that's coming through in this particular pile, and then your Prism Oracle cards to see what emotions are coming through or what feelings are coming through in this particular energy. So for my pile 3, one thing, the cards do not want to shuffle that well. Like, partially it is me because my thumb is broken and because I'm not the best shuffler, but the cards do not want to shuffle here. Somebody here is very stubborn, or somebody here was not willing to go with the flow or something. Yeah, because I keep doing this, and I did that with these cards as well. No other pile is giving me that problem. So for my pile 3, let's get your cards. We have sweetness. Again, there's a sweetness to this energy, to this particular connection. There are a lot of blockages here, because as I was saying that, like, I just felt an intensity within, like, the crown and third eye. Somebody here is being spiritually blocked. It could be a person. It almost feels like mind control for some reason. I don't know why that is. So I'm not sure who is influencing them. But like I said earlier, there's a sweetness to this connection. Also a lot of pink. Let's get another card. Maybe somebody here calls somebody sweetness as well. We also have sadness. Why the sadness? Let's get another one. Peace. So somebody here, and peace came out in pile 2 as well. Go back to pile 2, pile 3. I feel like you need to hear something there. Illumination. So what I'm seeing is somebody here feels that they are not enough for somebody else in this connection. Somebody here feels like they want to project the idea of power and bringing great things into the world, but this venom and the fault line, it's like they don't want to have to fall into the fault line. They don't want to have to repair it, but they have to. They have to repair this fault line if they want smooth moving through this connection. There is a sense that somebody here may or may not want to repair their old ways, and whatever particular bad habit that is could be anything. It could be substances, it could be trouble with money, it could just be like really awful friends, or maybe some habit. Doesn't matter what it is. Somebody here is holding on to that, and that's the red flag, is that they're not willing to change some aspect of themselves. But there's somebody here who is just so beautiful, and they're so much in love with them, and they understand that they're a soulmate. They love the sweetness, they love the peace, they love the illumination. But because of this, I feel like somebody here really set their boundaries, and that's why there's sadness. It's like this person wishes they could be everything that they want to be to this person, because I'm seeing a disconnect here between the energies as opposed to one unit. It's kind of like whoever this person is, I feel like it's your person, pile 3, and I almost wanted to call it masculine, but it doesn't have to be, of course. It could just be whoever this person is. I feel like they came for the chemistry, but they stayed for the sweetness. Like, they came for the physical appeal, because there was definitely attraction at first sight. And I say love at first sight because they didn't recognize it as that. They recognized it as physical attraction at first sight. It's like, wow, this person's really attractive. But then you got together, or they got to know you, or you were actually intimate. And they loved every single thing about you, pile 3. I really do want to say this person is falling for you, and they want to change their ways because they love the peace. The illumination makes me think that you really are a light in their life. The butterfly makes me think that they see the transformation and they just adore it. And Valkyries are the ladies that fallen soldiers see before they are carried off to Valhalla. You know, it's like an angel, essentially, a war angel, if you will. They really see you as an angel. What's underneath these decks that I have out? We have Chained and Bound, but it's reversed, letting me know that they kind of want to break the chains of something here. And underneath here is Reflection. You've made your person really think hard about the decisions in their life. You've made them think long and hard about what it is that keeps them blocked, stuck, and you made them think, essentially. It's hard to make people think sometimes. You made them reevaluate their life. Or maybe they were already on this when they met you, and it's kind of like, I wish I had met this person a little bit later so that things would be a lot different between us. There's a feeling that you might not be together, or maybe you are, because this is how do people see you as a couple. I don't think this is how people see you. I think this is just what your spirit guides and the universe want you to know about this connection. I'm not seeing much about outside influence here. other than people are influencing them. This is not how people see you. This is just something that needs to be brought to your attention, pile 3. So this could be a reading that goes a little bit off course of what it's supposed to be. So maybe that's why you're being called to pile 2, or any other pile that you were called to as well. But let's go ahead and go on to the tarot portion, because I want to give you the reading you came for, but these are things you need to know about this person. And I feel like at least towards the end, when we get to the concluding cards, I will give you some advice regarding this and maybe a little bit of future energy as well. If you're still with this person, or if you're already married, or if you've been together a long time, and this just sounds like the energy at the beginning of your connection, you can also just take that as confirmation. For some of you, this might not be something you're currently going through. This could just be something that is reflecting a pivotal moment within your connection. For those of you who are already very much committed and have worked through these things, because I am getting a feeling that some of you may have gone through that. And you will know, because a lot of this will sound like, yeah, that sounds like something we went through. So for your tarot, we're doing this in 3 parts. The first part is going to be friends, middle part is going to be family, and the family will have 2 sections, your family and their family. And then the third one will be anything else that people see about this couple, about this connection, and what they think of it, what they say, their opinions. So let's start with friends energy. I'm going to try to pull 2, but my shuffling has been horrendous here. We have transformation. Their friends have definitely noticed the transformation here. They've noticed how both of you have changed because of this, because you are not the same people when you started. I'm hearing this on both sides, both your friends and their friends, and you could have friends in common. Another way to take the transformation card, because this is the death card within this particular deck, is that maybe some friends fell away, or maybe some friends around you had to change as well. Like either your friends leveled up with you, or some of them just fell off because they couldn't handle, not that they couldn't handle your connection, but they couldn't handle the high vibrational loving energy of this connection, especially those friends who didn't want to reform certain ways. Because I do feel for some of you, your person's friends were the enablers of certain negative habits of theirs. It's like they had to change their ways. Let's go ahead and get another card for the friends. We have King of Crystals. So there are certain friends you both have that are actually very supportive of this. These could be very specifically earth energy type of friends, like friends with very strong earth energy within their astrological chart, but it doesn't have to be the case. I feel like these are going to be very reliable friends that support you both. These could also be like, for some of you, maybe not all of you, really rich friends that really support you for some reason. Maybe they've lent you a hand. Maybe they've given you a place to stay. Maybe they've lent you money. Somebody you can rely and trust in. This could be like a very specific best friend of either you or your person's pile 3. So, yeah, pile 3, that just really supports you. And they're going to have a very earthy energy. Very laid back, very chill. This could be the best man if you're married. Or woman. I say king, but it doesn't have to be masculine. It could just be somebody with masculine energy. So it could also be a woman with very solid, strong, stable, solid masculine energy. So for family, we're doing 2 sides. So let's start with your family, pile 3. We have the 5 of Wands. Your family sees your feisty side the most. And I think they've seen you be very feisty with your person. Or maybe they've seen you set boundaries, or like they've seen the anger you have towards your person. But I feel like this is just you in general. So, because what I'm hearing is like, yeah, of course she's that way. Or, of course, pile 3 is that way. That's just how they are with any person that they're with. Very interesting. I said she because I've heard this a lot for like Latino women, the women in my family especially. But you don't have to be a woman, of course. This is anybody. But yeah, I feel like people have seen you be a little bit feisty with them, or a little bit argumentative, mostly playful, but it's like, yeah, you might want to not be so argumentative with your person. We also have the 4 of Wands. This is lovely because the 4 of Wands makes me think of wedding energy. I feel like some of you are married. You don't have to be, of course, but the 4 of Wands makes me think of a celebration. And it's odd because every single pile I've had, there's been one family that likes to party with the other, but the 4 of Wands makes me think of a celebration. So your family really likes to celebrate your person, Or there could have been a very specific celebration that you both share. It could have been that wedding. Maybe they got invited to a certain party and that's how they got to know them. And there's something here about feeling really good about your person for you, even though they wish you would back off a little bit. And then we have your person's family, how they feel about you. We have, okay, these just popped out. We have the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups. Your person's family sees that they are very stuck on you. I feel like they've seen them upset over you, or have seen them really think hard about you. Maybe they've even like asked for advice from their family about you. Because perspective is the Hanged Man, and this lets me know that their family has definitely noticed a shift in your person's outlook, energy, disposition, the way they handle things, maybe even the way they handle emotions. They've seen the change in your person, mostly that you made them more emotional, which I don't think is a good or a bad thing. I think this is just something that your person is not, and they've noticed this. Maybe they've seen them bummed out about you not being around, or not, or maybe whenever you had this ultimatum and time apart from the beginning in the oracles, they saw how much they were willing to change for you and how hooked they were on you. Maybe they even played like heartbreaking music when they never play heartbreaking music, or there's something. Their family definitely noticed the change. It was hard to ignore. I'm being told to pick this one other card, Three of Wands. People definitely see, both of your families see you both making plans and moving ahead with each other though. I think it was very obvious to your families that you were meant for each other, or that you wanted something together because of how you handled each other. Let's go ahead and get the cards for everybody else, or the universe, or spirit. Like what do they think about this connection? How do they view this connection? We have the Six of Swords. Oh, the King of Swords, which is interesting. If you did come from pile 2, we had the Queen of Swords show up in this section, and here we have the King of Swords showing up, if that means anything. We also have the Two of Cups. This is definitely a connection where you were both meant to stimulate each other mentally, and you were meant to grow through this. You were meant to learn how to see things clearly, because the King of Swords is cutting through to gain clarity. It's being able to see things realistically. I think you both were really set out to view things very differently. Like that's, I just keep hearing that. The Six of Swords is moving on, not so much from each other, though maybe this connection did teach you how to move on from things. Because maybe for some of you, you're not together and you're just here to see how you and your couple used to be you and your person used to be as a couple. But I do see a lot of love. I see a love that never really goes away for each other. I feel like if you were to come back into each other's lives, you would give it a second chance. Because the King of Swords does forgive, but he sets systems in place to understand, well, one, to prevent this from happening, two, to understand what the boundaries are within this connection, and three, to see, I'm letting this vehicle pass, it's very loud, to see exactly what it is that you were meant to learn from this. Because the King of Swords does not repeat his errors, he learns from them. He doesn't believe in errors per se, he believes in lessons, is what I'm being shown. The King of Swords is very strong here. I'm getting like either like a strong deity here, like either Thoth or Odin, maybe both of them, if you both have those specific deities strong within your I guess spirit guides, or your spirit team. Very interesting. The way the universe sees this connection is probably more positive than anybody else here, including yourselves. Back of the deck energy, we have the Star. There's a lot of hope for you. If you're currently going through a separation, pile 3, there's a lot of hope for this. There also has to be a lot of growth, because the people around you see how much you've changed. And I feel like if you want to change for the better for this connection, or for each other, or even to be better people within a connection, this is going to work out. Because I'm not going to lie, if I lost some of you in the oracles, or almost lost some of you in the oracles, I feel like this is giving you hope. This is letting you know that if you're willing to sit through things that are hard to hear, this is going to work out. Because let's face it, people do not stay the same. This is for better or worse. People can become much better people than they used to be. And some people, I mean, you've seen them become worse, but mostly people become better over time. This is such interesting energy, because this was not what I was expecting out of this particular pile. But yeah, it's lovely energy regardless. But let's move on to some closing advice. Because like I said, I was going to give you some advice towards the end if you are in current separation or if you're not together, but you hope and or wish to be. I should also note that one of the flames went out on my candle. It comes with 2 wicks, so one of them just went out. I don't know if that means anything. But I am towards the end of this candle, so I'm going to have to throw it out soon. For my pile 3, let's get your Wisdom of Hafez cards. We have Trust Your Wisdom, 13. Some of you really need to tap into your energy. I feel like this connection in general has tested your intuition above all. We also have Seek Counsel. Maybe some of you are actually seeking professional advice, like from an actual, like from a marriage or couples counselor, or maybe like, because I did mention earlier that I feel like your person might be asking their family about you, like how to better handle this. This could be the case, asking your friends and family about whether you are seeing this connection clearly. I feel like if you ask your friends, you're going to have a better time of it, because that King of Pentacles was coming through very strongly. To me, one of my guides shows up as the King of Pentacles sometimes whenever I'm doing readings. So maybe some of you, if you have a particular spirit guide that you go to for guidance and counsel, this could be the case. But I feel like if you're currently going through something, it'd be better to ask people around you. We also have Relax. Again, number 11 coming through. So there's your 11 pile 3. But I'm hearing Micah's, or Mika? How do you pronounce his name? I forget. But relax, take it easy. Some of you are probably blowing this up a little bit more than you have to, is what I'm hearing. Not saying that your feelings are invalidated. I'm saying that it's kind of like maybe it hit you harder here because you really care. So I'm not saying that it's not a big deal. It's just like, I don't think whatever's going on here is irreparable. I feel like you can definitely come back from this if you're currently going through it. Back of the deck, invite peace. Yeah, invite peace into your life. Again, if this is something from the past, I feel like this is just reflecting this back to you. Maybe you need to be reminded of this particular event within your connection. Let's go ahead and get some channeled messages from either you or your person, or just things that need to be brought to your attention in general. For my pile 3, I know that I messed up, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right. Yeah, I'm not surprised this card came out. There's a few cards like this in this deck, so I'm not surprised. You're somebody here, whoever messed up, they're willing to make things right. I am or was unfaithful to you, and what that means could be different for everybody. It could be here that somebody lied about something. It could literally be a third-party situation. It could be anything else, but I feel like somebody here was not being honest. Somebody was being, or maybe unfair. We also have, I'm immature and selfish. All I ever see is myself. Somebody here was definitely very selfish. And maybe I feel like they've seen this before they even got with you. They saw their selfish ways, or somebody brought it up before. And you were like the one person who really made them want to change that. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or water sign energy in general. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to be a water sign. We also have Let's Run Away, Elope Together. They kind of just wish they could elope with you. I feel like what I'm getting from this card specifically is that they want to keep you all to themselves. It's like if they marry you right now, nobody else will have you, is what I'm hearing. That is a very immature way of seeing things. I mean, it's also kind of funny just because, like, who thinks like that? I don't know what ages anybody is here, but still, that's that immaturity and the selfishness. Your silence is the loudest sound of all. Yeah, when somebody here goes silent, more likely you, pile 3, it is so loud. It's like they never realized how lonely they felt when you didn't talk to them. I'm so frustrated. I can't understand why we can't be together right now. Yeah, there's something in the way of this connection fully coming to fruition. Or maybe there was at the beginning. Let's get one more. You can see right through me and I hate it. Yeah, you can both see right through each other. Mostly you through them, pile 3. I don't think they hate it. I just think that they can't get away with the things they can get away with everybody else with you. So let's go ahead and get your So Totally Into You cards. to describe this, either this connection or this situation. I really feel for this particular pile, it's a situation that needs to be reflected back at you and what your friends and family and spirit wants you to know. We have, I feel sometimes like I have a map in my pocket that folds up and I pull it out and it's bigger than the table and there's 1,000 places to go with her. This person has or had plans with you. And I feel like they hold on to those plans hoping that they can fulfill them. I'm not sure what those plans are, but I really do feel that they see a future with you, because I know it's talking about a map, but I'm seeing a map of the future. Back of the deck, the ring of fire still burns around you, and I keeping our love hotter than a pepper sprout. What's interesting, I'm going to say this is the Ring of Fire song by Johnny Cash. Take that loud noise as confirmation. I mean, you could always just look it up. But I heard this story that June Carter Cash wrote this song and she made him perform it as like a way of getting back at him. I'm not sure if that's how it went, but I remember just thinking that that was a cute, cheeky way of getting back at this person. Or like, you know, how couples disagree. And maybe something similar is going on here. But this is all I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Thank you so much for letting me read your person's energy. I am sending you both so much healing and so much love. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. But I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, Pile 4. If you chose the Mystic Dreams Tarot, then we have a reading here for you about how people view you and your person. We're going to dive into what your friends, family, and the rest of the public think of you and your person as a couple, as well as anything that spirit wants to let you know coming through. I did have a song for you. I forget who it's by. I want to say her name is Mitski, but it's the My Love Is All Mine. I just keep hearing My Love Is Mine, All Mine. So I'm not sure if that song is of any significance to you and your person, or you could call each other love and maybe you just are very, you know, possessive of each other. But regardless, we're going to look into the oracles to get a feel of what you and your person are like as a couple. You could use that as a vibe check to go forward with this, to see if this is you and your person. But already a very dreamlike quality about this connection is coming through. It's kind of like waking up on a beautiful, you know, morning where you're just with each other, enjoying basking in the fresh sunlight, in the beautiful, it's so ethereal what I'm feeling right now. It literally feels like heaven. But let's go ahead and get your archetype cards. I feel like you and this person just truly enjoy each other's company. For my pile 4, we have the Queen. Oh, this is so lovely. Somebody here has definite Queen energy. Let's get 2 more cards. I've been pulling 3 for pretty much every pile, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick 3 for you as well, pile 4. We have the Village, which is interesting. So I feel like the public does have an opinion about this connection. I'm not sure if this is a connection where you're both just very involved in your community, or you could be seen in the public eye, because I'm thinking of how the Village likes to worship their queen. We also have 2 more. Okay, so you get 4. We have Alethea. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but there's the card if you can see it. And then we have the Vessel. And I think I need to censor this because there's I'm being overly cautious here, but there's a lady's body there. So it could be possible that somebody here is a mother, because whenever I think of the vessel, I think of the womb. But I'm also thinking of something that you both create together that is going to be very important for the people around you. Very impactful. Whoever the feminine is here, I feel like they're very important. But Queen is also making me feel that you both just have a lot of adoration from people around you. Because I'm thinking of the Queen of England when she was alive, how people just adored her, or there was like a whole thing about her, you know, she reigned for a very long time. The people just saw her as like, you know, a very influential figure, a beloved figure in some cases. Not everybody, of course. Some people are very against monarchy. But overall, that's the general vibe I'm getting from this connection, that 1, it's influential. 2, people just adore you, or they may even feel that they have no choice but to adore you in some cases. Let me go ahead and read from the book for this word I can't even pronounce, Aletheia. So from the book, we have truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia, I really hope I'm pronouncing this right, Aletheia, by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward the act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and a sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. So this is clarity. I'm hearing third eye energy. There's a truth to this connection, or maybe you both are just very honest, if not with the world at large, then with each other. This could be a case where maybe somebody has a public persona and they can't really be honest with other people, but you are both honest with each other. Like, I feel like not a lot of people get to see a true side of either you or your person, but you see it within each other, and this is something that is very bonding for the both of you. And I feel like this honesty came through very easily for the both of you. Let's say somebody is used to always having a mask on whenever they're out and about in public. When you both met, this mask fell very quickly, or somebody was able to see through this very strongly. It could have been the both of you as well. Quite literally, you could have met somewhere where you were wearing costumes, or you were wearing like something that was not very you, like a uniform or something along those lines. But somebody here is very good at seeking truth. That's why I say third eye energy. When you have very strong third eye and crown eye, you're able to see through people. Or at the very least, even if you don't have that intuitive ability, it could be that you were both able to see the truth within each other because you recognize pieces and parts of yourself within each other. There's a little bit of mirroring. With the vessel, I do feel that there is going to be some sort of creation between you and your person. The vessel makes me think of something that either you have or you create that could be, in some cases, I'm even hearing it could hold this connection together, whatever that may be. So, for example, if you have a child together, it could be what keeps you together when you would have otherwise left each other. That's not going to be for everybody, of course, and I'm not suggesting anybody here try to trap anyone with a baby either. But I'm seeing that the vessel, it's like a greater sense of purpose that is going to progress this connection. Of course, this connection itself could be a vessel for truth, if that makes sense. And by that, I'm not even seeing you being completely honest. It's more like the truth is, in this sense, something that needs to be revealed to the world. So maybe you both are just really good at doing something specifically, and people have never really seen that. And that's going to change the people around you. It's going to impact the people around you. Let's go ahead and get your gods and goddess cards for my pile 4. It's interesting that you got 4 cards and you are pile 4. I'm going to get one god and goddess card, and you can be whichever you prefer. We have hypno, sleep. What did I say? There's something about a dreamlike quality about this. You both could dream about each other. You could just enjoy sleeping with each other. It could also be the case that maybe you both don't really sleep that well, but when you sleep with each other, you get the best sleep ever. And I'm not even talking about, the 18 plus action here. I'm just talking about like sleeping together, taking naps together, being in each other's presence when you sleep. Somebody here could help the other sleep when they usually suffer from bouts of insomnia or something like that. There's also something about the subconscious coming through. So I feel like somebody here is able to like really acknowledge what they are feeling or what they are going through when they are with the other person. They help them process, or you both could help each other process. Let's go ahead and get your goddess card. We have Shila Nagig, gateways. This connection is a path to something bigger than yourselves, is what I'm seeing. Whoever the feminine is here is also like very playful and cheeky. I am getting that. And the masculine is probably somebody who I'm getting a little secretive, or maybe just a little bit more laid back. But when you get together, there's like just a lovely combination of like somebody wild and free, and then somebody who's a little bit more laid back and chill. And I feel like you could reverse these. You could either be Hypnos or Sheila Nagig here. depending on how you identify within this connection. Because I have seen connections, heteronormative connections, where like the woman will have a lot more masculine energy and the man will have a more feminine energy. That's only in case you needed that clarification. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. The Prism Oracle cards are some feelings or emotions that pop through a lot in this connection that Spirit wants to bring to attention here. We have confidence. Yeah, I feel like maybe apart you're not very confident, but when you get together you are. Like you just bring out something within each other, this queen energy, if you will. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with the fact that you're both very... You both are just... Because there's such a honesty between the both of you, you feel very safe with each other, and this gives you the confidence you need to move forward in life. We also have consciousness. There is a bit of a psychic connection here, or at the very least, there's a feeling that whatever you create, whatever you do together is meant for the greater good, or is meant to shift the vibration of the area around you. Don't be surprised if you're the kind of couple, you move into an area, and then suddenly, like, the lower vibrational people move out. I've seen this so much. I will not say, I mean, I'm not trying to make myself sound better than anybody here, but there has been moments where I've moved into a neighborhood and like I will see the rattiest houses or some of the crappiest neighbors move out because I just keep sending love to the neighborhood and I keep sending, you know, good vibes. And because some of those neighbors can't stand it, they'll just get up and move. And it is... moving house is not easy. So the fact that I send love and the people who won't accept love move out, it makes me very grateful for the power of the universe, like, and the power of love that I sent out. Because I feel like I'm not that strong, but I've seen it. And likewise, I feel like you and your person do this, whether consciously or subconsciously. You may just be like sending out the whole notion that the neighborhood is going to be amazing and awesome and you're going to love it. And then like all your neighbors around you just end up being the best thing ever. Let's go ahead and get one more card. We have space. So one thing is that you both give each other a lot of space here. I was kind of getting that with the Vessel as well. And even with the Aletheia card, you give each other a lot of space and that requires a lot of trust within each other. But I feel like this trust came very naturally to you. Even if you don't typically trust other people as easily, there's something here about the both of you just feeling very empowered and comfortable with each other at the same time, which is very interesting. Let's go ahead and get your love oracle card, the creative love oracle, to see how this connection is being seen or portrayed. My pile 4, what do we have? We have not for you. This situation and person is not for you. The universe wants better things for you. Rejection is the way your spirit guides protect you from something that is not in your highest good. What I'm hearing is that some people are not a fan of this, or maybe in the beginning you didn't want to believe that there was something here within this connection, because I feel like you two were just so different. Because I mean, look at the contrast within these cards. It's black and white, confidence, consciousness, and space. It could also be the case that maybe if this is a past connection, this could have been in the past and you understand that this person was meant to empower you somehow and then have you move on to something else. And maybe that's why the truth comes here, because there's a lot of black and white colors coming through. It's almost like this connection was either all in or all out. And maybe for some of you, you couldn't be all in, so you had to be all out, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get one more card for my pile 4. We have Storm. Conflict is affecting your current situation or relationship. Look for a diplomatic way to solve the issue. This card also stands for unexpected and sudden changes. So I do feel that you're both able to resolve conflict very well. Or this connection could have been plagued by like conflict on the outside. Maybe honesty was something that you both had to really work through, because I'm not seeing this as something that is currently going on. I'm not seeing these cards as something that is currently going on. Unless, of course, you feel that it is, you will know who you are. I'm seeing more like the Storm makes me think of the Tower card, where maybe in the beginning or maybe during certain times in your life, there were certain storms that you had to come clean about And again, that black and white energy keeps coming through. It's like somebody here, or maybe the both of you, wanted to be all in or all out, and you understood that you couldn't be that way, that you had to accept the grayness of this connection or the in-between phases, or that you couldn't be everything that you needed to be at first or in certain moments. So you had to learn how to deal with being what you needed to be at the moment. Because Hypnos makes me think of somebody who isn't all there because he lives in the dream world as opposed to the physical world. So like I said, a lot of spirituality here. And Sheila Nagig herself can be a very polarizing character too. I feel like these are just two very strong energies that got together, and there's a lot of love and a lot of good things to come out of this, especially spiritually. But if this is a connection where you're still together and it's long lasting, there was a lot of trouble in the beginning. And if this is someone you're not currently with, then again, I feel like you understand the gravity of this connection and the purpose of this connection and why you had to meet this person. I feel like it could be either or. You can let me know in the comments whether you are with this person or not. Because like I said, some of you could have had a child with this person. So it could be like a baby mama, baby daddy situation, the parent of your child. But let's go ahead and get your animal spirit cards. I'm going to get two to either represent both sides of you or to show the connection. Eagle spirit, spirit has your back. There's a lot of independence within this connection. This could be a connection where you don't really see each other too often. We also have cat spirit, claim your independence. What did I just say? Because this card doesn't say anything about independence. I just associate eagles with independence because I'm from the US and that's the animal here, and you know how Americans are about freedom and whatever. But then the cat shows up, claim your independence. I feel like you both just go about life in a different way. But what you both have in common is your ability to be independent, but still be with each other in spirit. Be independent, but still have a channel open to each other. I'm wondering if this is like an on-off connection, or for example, if you're in an open connection, this could be one of your partners. Because I'm not getting a strong sense of being together, even though there is a lot of purpose within this connection. I'm hearing glorious purpose. So I do feel that you and your person have a lot to offer each other. I'm going to read from the vessel just in case I'm not completely seeing something here. Because whenever I think of vessel, I immediately think of a womb, and I know that's not very fair, or maybe that's just me. But it could be that this connection served a purpose at one point. It could be that you both latched onto each other in a time of need. For example, when COVID hit, I know a lot of couples just kind of really got together and made it a lot more committed because people were not sure of like how things were going to play out. This could be the case. Maybe this is one of those couples that was there during this time, or maybe you met during that time. But the vessel, the body, the container, the cup, the vessel may be the most powerful archetypal, I don't know why that word's bothering me, form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid, stoves hold fire, our bodies hold organs, our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs, savings accounts protect our earnings, even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full, or perhaps there is no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction? It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. So it wouldn't surprise me if you currently came to this reading to see how you and your person are being perceived by others, because there's a feeling here that you don't know where this connection is. I'm seeing like either like a free form, something trying to fit in a vessel. You might be trying to figure out what this connection is, what to call it, what it might be, whether it's something solid or not. Because again, the black and white makes me think that it's either all or nothing. And I'm also hearing you should just embrace certain shades of grayness within this connection, because some of you may think it's not for you and some of you are willing to weather the storm. It's like, should I stay or should I go? Because you're both very independent and you're both different enough that you could understand if you went your separate ways why it didn't work out, but yet there's this energy keeping you together. The Queen energy makes me think that you both have respect for each other, that you both may even put each other on a pedestal or worship each other. The Village could also mean that there are, again, bigger reasons outside of yourself why you stick together. Maybe you're staying together for the community or for the kids. But there is a sense that you both are individuals and you don't know whether you mesh well or not. I'm seeing oil and vinegar, but even those go within a vessel. They go within a bottle and you can shake it up and they can be a great thing. But it's very interesting. So the oracles are telling me right now that you don't know what this is, but you would like to know, because there's definitely a sense of both of you belonging to each other, or at the very least, the truth and honesty that you are seeking is something that I think it's just a big theme within this connection. I'm not saying that anybody here has been dishonest, though of course that could be the case. It's just you want to know the honest truth about this connection, because I do sense that some of you may not understand, or maybe you believe it's not for you, but it might be. Again, lots of black and white, lots of grayness coming through here. But let's go ahead and move to your tarot just to see, because I'm not sure if we're going to answer that here, but I feel like you want to get the perspective of everybody else around you. What do people think? Because I think some of you may believe that people around you are not being very honest about certain situations. For those of you who believe that your person might be keeping something from you and telling somebody or something else to everybody else, whatever that may be. I do feel that trust is also another issue that has to come through here. Well, not an issue, but something that has to be built between the both of you, or rebuilt in some cases, depending on how long you've been together. But let's go ahead and use the deck you chose. So we're going to do this in 3 parts. We're going to do your friends, family, and everybody else, or spirit. I'm going to do 2 sections for your friends and for family, like your friends versus their friends, your family versus their family, and then the 3rd section will just be freeform to see what else needs to come through. So let's start with your friends. I'm being told to do it separately, and I didn't do that in every pile because some piles had friends that definitely were together, like they had the same group of friends, and some piles had groups of friends that were separate. This one is definitely separate because there's 2 camps here. So for my pile 4, so what does my pile 4's friends think of this connection? How do they view it? We have the 3 of Cups. They definitely see that you have a lot of fun with this person. I think they see you be more carefree with your person. You could also have friends that have met each other and maybe they're slowly combining here. We also have, oh, this is a beautiful card. This is completion. And in this pile, it's the World. I'm not sure if you can tell, like, oh, those are pretty. These cards are so pretty. This is Saint Soleil, and I do have the link in the description if you're interested in them. But your friends really believe this person is very good for you. They feel like you found your match. They feel that this person allows you to have fun, especially if you're somebody who doesn't typically have a lot of fun. They see you smile. They see you being very happy with this person. So your friends think very favorably of this connection, pile 4. Let's see what their friends think, what your person's friends think of this connection. We have the 8 of Swords. What I'm hearing is that your person's friends... I'm seeing your person be withdrawn from their friends, so they have mixed opinions. Like, some of their friends understand why they're spending time with you, and then other friends kind of wish that their friend would come back to them. Like, I'm being told to read this as neutral because 8 of Swords is... Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the 8 of Cups. 8 of Swords. Your friends... Oh, sorry. Okay, so their friends don't see what they see in you. They don't understand what they see within this connection. Their friends are literally blind to certain aspects of you. And the reason why, because I was getting this feeling regardless of what I thought this card was, these friends don't really understand the level of love and the level of compatibility or even the level of dedication that this person has for you. They don't understand. I feel like their friends could be a little bit more immature, or maybe they're just in different stages in life. Like maybe your person is very much ready to be committed, but everybody else around them is still living the single lifestyle, like they're still dating around, they're still having fun, but their friends don't see what your person sees in you. And I don't think it's anything against you, and that's nothing, it's not because you lack anything. I think they just see very different things. It could also be that you're just very different from what your person usually dates, and they kind of don't get it. It's like, this isn't even your type. So let's go ahead and get one more card for how your person's friends see you. We have the awakening judgment. They've seen such a huge shift in your person, such a dramatic change, that I feel like this is why some of these friends don't understand it. It's like, why did you have to change so much for this person? What they don't get is that when there's true love here, when there's love in general, people will change for other people. And I feel like your person has done this for you, and some of their friends don't like it. Or, well, some of their friends don't like it and other friends kind of understand it. I think it depends. Their friends are all over the place. Your person may just have a lot of friends, and maybe this is why. Like, they might have a circle of very single people who like to date and get around. And they might have another circle of people who are very much into being, within committed connections and being loving. And maybe some of those even have children. Your person probably has a lot of friends and they all have very different opinions, but some of them don't understand the connection, and others see the change within your person for sure. And it's like they don't have to like it or dislike it. They just understand that there's a big change, And I guess that will vary. Let's go ahead and move on to your families though. Starting with your family, pile 4. So how does your family view your person or this connection? We have the Conqueror of Swords, and this is the Knight of Swords. So then, and yeah, this is the Knight of Swords. I was just making sure that this was the right one within this deck. But they see you as one talking a lot about this person. You might have siblings or parents that they just always hear you talk about your person. Both good and bad. So they hear all about your person. Maybe your siblings might be like your closest friends, so they hear all about it. Or maybe like your parents, one of your parents might be somebody you confide in a lot, so they hear everything about this person. They see you as very communicative, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you used to be very quiet or not talk about anything at all, but they see that this person has brought out a side of you that is very verbal or very open to talking to people. Maybe this person has also made you more social, especially if they do have a large group of friends, and they like to see that within you. But I'm also getting, again, if there's like a child involved here that you both have, they might just hear from you a lot more, or they may want to talk to you more because of this child. And of course, they have this person to thank, and maybe they're hearing about this person as well. Let's get another card for your family. We have the 7 of Wands. I want to say these are Wands. Yes, these are Wands. So they see you being a lot more accountable for your actions. I feel like your family has seen you either defend your person or defend something about this. It could be that at the beginning of this connection, you had to really advocate for this connection. Like maybe there was something odd about it that your family didn't agree with, or maybe you were just going through something. And I keep seeing like you holding yourself accountable for the things that go on here. Maybe you messed up. Maybe especially if you were the one, or because I keep seeing a child. If there is a child involved, you could have taken a lot of responsibility on because of this child, and they see the growth and the change within you. They see you being both parts defensive and taking accountability for the things you do within this connection. So overall, your family has seen growth. They've seen growth, and they've seen very specific things about this connection, if that makes any sense. And how they view your person, I just feel like they hear a lot about them. Let's go ahead and get cards for your person's family. I just see you defending a lot of things in this connection pile for either your person, your choices, what's going on. So it makes me wonder what this connection really is to you and your person. Let's go ahead and get their family though. Your person's family. What do they think of this connection? We have Temperance. So you balance each other out. I think their family understands how well you blend together here. and how you both focus on each other when you need to focus, I feel like their family actually gets to see a truer side of you, as opposed to your family that kind of keeps you in a smaller energy, maybe even an argumentative energy. And then another card for their family. We have the Queen of Swords. So their family thinks you're very smart. Like, they see you as very... It's funny because we have the Knight of Swords on your family side and the Queen of Swords on their family side. I feel like their family gives you a lot more credit for whatever it is that you do or are. They see you as very intelligent. They see you as very no nonsense. They understand that you have a right head on your shoulders, and they appreciate that, because I think this particular energy was something that they needed to see balance out your person. With the Temperance card, I feel like their family really respects you, which is something that your family may or may not give you all the time, depending on how you are handling things, believe it or not. So I feel like the connection with their family is a lot better than the connection with your family, because with your family there's a bit of an argumentativeness here, or a need to like defend yourself. Like, you never know what's gonna show up with your family, as opposed to their family. It's a little bit more balanced. They definitely appreciate you, and I feel like some may even come to you for wisdom in certain situations, especially if they have like younger siblings, or if they just know that you're very again, you have the right head on your shoulders. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. So for pile 4, what else does everybody else see about this connection? What do they think about this connection? We have the 7 of Swords. There's secrets here. I think the people that know you, and I'm seeing specifically like co-workers or like your community, they think you're keeping a certain secret, because there's something about this connection that kind of well, let's get more cards. What is it? We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, your wealth. They want to know how you make your money, because you two might just be very abundant together, or maybe you own certain things that they don't understand how you do it, so they may think you do shady stuff. We also have the Seeker of Pentacles. Seeker of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, something about your finances or your house. They're wondering how you're able to afford your house or the things you have or your vacations. I feel like some people, this is probably more your neighborhood or your coworkers, they wonder how you're able to afford certain things. So you both may have jobs that are just very different. Like maybe you're a stay-at-home, maybe somebody here is a stay-at-home parent and the other person brings in a lot of money, or you both may work from home, so they may think that you're not really working, but the truth is you make a lot of money working from home. So the world at large wants to know how you built your wealth, because they don't understand it. They think there's something shady going on. We also have the 10 of Wands. You may annoy your neighborhood, especially... I'm seeing Keeping Up with the Joneses. People want to be like you. If it's not your neighborhood, it could be your friends, your community. People want to get to where you are. They wonder what you do for a living, because they don't seem to believe whatever it is that you do. I do sense a sense of abundance here. Or at least that's what people see. Maybe you both just own really nice things. Maybe some of you may have inherited money and you're living off of that, but in a, smart way. Because some people... Yeah, there's something here about your wealth that people really wonder what is going on. Also, the stability of your connection. So I do see people like understand that this connection is solid, because we have 2 tens here. That's numbers of completion. But the page also makes me think whether you're both very young or something along those lines, because they see you as solid. They see you as having money, but there's also like a very youthful energy to you, regardless of whether you are actually young or not. So this could be like the couple in their early 20s who just happen to already have millions or something like that. That's how they see you, even if you're not. It could also be that maybe you both act very immature, so they don't understand how you make a lot of money. Like, again, you might like to party regardless of your age. They don't get how it is that you do what you do. So people think there's something off about this, or there's something you're not telling everybody, or that there could be something shady going on with the 7 of Swords here. But I don't think that's the case at all. Back of the deck, though, we have the 8 of Cups. This is that emotional moving on. So again, let's see what's underneath that. The Holy Dancer, which in this deck, the Holy Dancer is the Hanged Man. People have seen you two go through many shifts, many transformations. So again, you may or may not be with this person currently. This could be past energy I'm tapping into. This could be energy of whenever you do get together, this is what's going on, because the Eight of Cups is moving on emotionally from something, or not being too emotionally invested in this. It could also be that both of you together move on very quickly from the things that do not make you happy. It could be that you move around a lot, and again, that could be something people ask about. Oh, if you have like a travel vlog or a travel social media account, people may wonder how you're able to afford that. And it could just be your work, your job. It could be that you're getting paid for that. Again, something about the way finances are handled here makes people question things a lot. So just be careful for that. If you understand how your finances work, don't worry about it. This is just how people really wonder how you get to where you are. And it may be something out of their grasp. But for some of you, if you're not aware of how your finances are being handled, this could be like a bit of a little bit of a hint to maybe understand how they do. But this is how people see you. It's a little bit all over the place, honestly. I feel like your friends love them. Their friends are undecided about you. Some love you, some don't. Because you definitely have a smaller group of friends, pile 4. I feel like you may only have like 3 close friends. And then your family is very different. They both see you in Swords energy, letting me know that you're a big thinker, or you may have a lot of air energy within your chart, but that doesn't have to be the case, of course. And then the public at large, they see something completely different. They see something different. It wouldn't surprise me if you both have like a social media presence or something here. But regardless, let's go ahead and move on to the closing advice or anything else that wants to come through about how people see you within this connection, pile 4. Another way I'm being told to take the Eight of Cups is that some of you may just not care what people have to think or say about you. Maybe you're so used to the criticism or the opinions of others, like both in your individual lives and together, that it's something that doesn't really faze you anymore. Okay, let's get the channeled messages. Or no, let's get the wisdom of Hafiz first. So for you and your person, how people view you as a couple. We have take the opportunity, 34. Somebody could be 34 here. There's something about opportunities always showing themselves up for you. That is very important within this connection. I feel like you both draw a lot of abundance to you. You draw a lot of really good luck to you as well. And this could be something that is keeping you two together. So even when you have moments where you don't feel, well, it's not that you don't feel anything for each other. I just feel like you both stay together because you understand the gravity of this connection. But I am getting a feeling that sometimes you don't feel like being with each other, but you know that you have a greater sense of purpose. So you take on those opportunities. And sometimes it's that particular thing that brings you together. Like it rekindles the love within this connection. We also have move forward, number 10. You both move forward very easily within this connection. I feel like it's easy for the both of you to take on ventures together and to do really interesting things with each other. You could have a career that you are both involved in, like maybe you both run the same thing. And then back of the deck, pause for reflection. Again, letting me know that there might be times when you're just not together. Maybe somebody here is traveling and the other one isn't. And that's when you take the moment to reflect on your connection the most. Well, let's go ahead. Oh, also travel, because there's boats here. It makes me think of travel. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. These are going to be channeled messages from either your person or your higher selves or the universe that you need to know about this particular connection. Somebody here could have tattoos that are important, by the way, because I keep hearing there's a song about tattoos that's playing in my head. We have, I have mommy daddy issues. This could be something you both work through. Maybe you had to deal with this, or maybe once you had your children, these became issues as well that you weren't realizing. If you have children, of course. I'm feeling that strongly in this pile though, but it doesn't have to be the case, of course. I don't know how to love. I've been hurt too much before. Again, the honesty is coming through. The truth is coming through. So somebody here had a hard time understanding what love is. And maybe within this connection, you learn or try to understand it. Or your version of love is not what everybody else sees. Like you have a very different definition of love for each other. We also have fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I was getting that a little bit strongly. mostly because of the travel, so it made me think of Sagittarius. We also have, I don't have time for a relationship right now. Yeah, I feel like there are certain things that keep you bound to each other, but the relationship aspect comes and goes here. Again, if this is a past connection, it could have not worked out because somebody here didn't have time for a relationship. We also have air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, more confirmation for that if it's part of your chart. It could also just have these qualities of these signs within your connection, even if nobody here is an air sign. Same thing with the fire sign. We have, darling, you are perfect. Oh, this is so sweet. Somebody here sees somebody as perfect, or you both see each other as perfect, but the connection itself may not be perfect. We also have, I find you so beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. There is romance here, but this gives me the feeling of a connection that's been together for a long time. So it's like you forget that there was love here at one point, but it's still there. Or maybe it's easy to ignore the love because you're both so busy. Every day is just another day without you. Yeah, when you're not around, they miss you. When you're not around, they miss you. And should I do back of the deck? So I guess it should be brought up. Back of the deck is, I feel like you're cheating on me with someone else. Again, honesty is so important here, especially when you spend time apart. If you're currently with this person, of course, it's so important here. Let's go ahead and get, not saying that anybody is cheating here, but it's that feeling, it's that distrust, it's the feeling of lack of self-worth within a connection as well. Because I've been in connections where I felt this, but I knew it wasn't true. Or I would have like, and this is true, I would have like nightmares and dreams of my person cheating on me, even though I knew they were the most loyal person ever. I would have that because I understood that was something within myself that I had to work on. The feeling, you know, the past traumas of being cheated on, or that somebody will choose somebody else over me. That's something that could be resonating with you as well, Pile 4. Let's go ahead and get the I am so totally into you card to finish off this reading. Only you can hear my soul serenade, Aretha Franklin. Only you can hear me. I feel like there's a deep level of understanding here between the both of you. And even if you're not in a connection together, I feel like maybe you decide to stay friends because there's not a lot of people who understand each other like you, like the both of you do. Let's get one more. I can't say how every time I ever put my arms around you, I felt that I was home. This is beautiful. I really do feel that, again, this is making me think of how you enjoy being in bed with each other. Maybe you just enjoy the snuggling, you enjoy being in each other's presence, you enjoy the physical touch. There's definitely a sense of feeling at home with each other here, of feeling of belonging together. And again, we have, look at this, we have blue and pink. These could be significant colors. Actually, this is more, does this show up more as blue or aqua? I feel like that's aqua because this is blue. Yeah, and pink. It also makes me think of like boy girl. So again, maybe babies are important here. Again, that's not for everybody, but somebody here definitely has a baby with this person. But regardless, this is where I leave you, my beautiful Pile 4. Thank you so much for letting me read for you and your person. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I am sending love to everybody involved here. And until next time, take care. Hello there, Pile 5. If you chose the Mythos Tarot, then we have a reading here for you about how people view you and your person as a couple, what their opinions are about this relationship, how they see you individually. We're also going to tap into the oracles to see the overview of your relationship between you and your person. So the song I'm channeling for you, it is so weird, and it's ranchera music. This is Mexican music. And if you've never heard ranchera music, it's essentially kind of like country music. It's a little traditional, it's very in your feels, a little bit of drinking is involved because sometimes it's just talking about hard feelings here. The specific song is Por tu maldito amor. I forgot what the name of the song is, but that's the lyric that keeps coming through. And what that translates to is because of your damn love. I feel like this is a connection where both of you are in your feelings, whether you like to be or not, where this love has been so transformative. It's almost like, how dare you? How dare you is what I'm thinking. The song itself is about heartbreak. But I feel like maybe within this connection, there's been a few of those, but I'm not even sensing that somebody here is heartbroken over somebody, though maybe you currently are, I'm not sure. But I feel like there's been heartbreaks here that have actually transformed the both of you, if that makes any sense. Let's go ahead and tap into the oracles though, because I'm already getting a strong sense of, it's a very fiery energy, a very passionate and deep emotional energy that is coming through. And personally, I love it. Let's start with your archetype cards for you and your person. The oracles are going to be how you are viewed in this relationship, mostly by other people, like the public at large. It could also be your spirit guides if you and your person are not really in the public eye too much. That did come through in a previous reading. So let's get the cards for you and your person. We have the storm, so maybe you are going through something, but the storm is also making me think of the tower card, where maybe this connection has some unexpected turns here, or maybe it began unexpectedly. We also have the temple, but there is a sacredness to this. There is something from a higher calling. I'm getting like either you were meant to meet, this was definitely a fated connection, or it could be that there's just like a sacred energy about it. I do read that in some couples where, especially if they're both very spiritual, they were meant to come together to create something else here. Let's get another card for you, pile 4 or 5. The empty room. I'm seeing this as meditation, because whenever I think of meditating, I go either literally or spiritually into an empty room. What I'm also seeing is the space that you both give each other, whether this is good or bad. Quite literally, we could be talking about moving either into a house or outside of a house, or out of a house, I mean. But there's something about the spaces that you provide for each other, because both the temple and an empty room. And it's kind of weird how these two can be very simple or very similar. Like when I think of temples, I think of how much space there is within them to really do the meditation or do the prayer or whatever it is that you need to do at a temple. Temples in general feel very spacious because it's that need to give, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess space. The need to give space in order to let your spirit or your aura really shine or expand. There's room for expansion essentially. And I feel like within this connection, it's been the same. Though maybe quite literally to everybody else, it just seems like an empty room. I mean, for people who are not spiritual, if they were going to a temple, they would just see it as a very ornate, big space, you know? So there's something here about these two being very similar. Maybe you go back and forth between these energies. Let's go ahead and get your gods and goddess cards, and you can be whomever you want to here, either the god or the goddess, depending on what energy you consider yourself within this connection. But I am intending one to be you and one to be your person. So for my pile 5, we have Gaia creation. Very earthy energy. And it's interesting that both of these cards have like plants coming out of them. Somebody here could be really big into nature or loving nature in general, but there's something very creative about this person as well. And then for the God cards, we have Zeus, leadership. I love this because both are very strong characters, that's for sure. Both you and your person have your own personalities within this connection. You both are very strong in whatever it is that you do. You both know what you bring to the table. You both are very much each other's equal. I do see the feminine energy, or one of you being more of the nest, if you will, more of the home, more somebody who is able to create, while the other one is out and about doing the things that need to be brought home, being the provider maybe, or just doing things outside the home. Somebody here is like a nurturer, and somebody here, whoever takes leadership, is the person who is how do I say, like they do stuff for this connection. But I feel like you both are on equal footing here. You both understand the power of each other, the gravity of each other. It's kind of like you have met each other's match and you create something amazing within this. Like I said, there's a sacredness to this as well. But let me go ahead and get your Prism Oracle cards, or actually I want the Spirit Animal cards first, to get a better glimpse into you and your person and how you see each other, or how you are within this connection. I do feel that people both equally respect you though. Like there's an equal amount of respect here with creation and leadership. It's like you can't have one without the other. Somebody here creates and the other one leads. We have Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. There's definitely a lot of abundance here too, because when I think of Turkey, I think of Thanksgiving, and there's always a lot of food at Thanksgiving, and also a lot of money. Like there's always a lot of money being spent, being made around that time of the year, at least where I live in the US. We also have eagle spirit. I'm not surprised because we have two eagles here. Spirit has your back, letting me know whoever resonates more with the Zeus energy is also very spiritual. There's also a lot of freedom within this connection. I feel like you both give each other a lot of space. Like I said, this could be a connection where maybe it's an open connection. That doesn't have to be everybody, but it would be one where you're okay being this way, because you both are just so secure in each other and in the connection that you have, the love for each other. This gives me the sense of an established connection, like two people who have been together for a long time as well. Even if you haven't been together for a long time, it's still like you both just have a sense of secure. I keep hearing security, commitment. You've been with each other forever, or it feels that way. Like it just works. It just works. You're very established. It wouldn't surprise me if you already have children together. We're going to get some creative love oracle cards to see how this connection is perceived, another way to describe this connection. We have reunion. This card stands for reunion with your family and friends. There is a feeling of harmony and celebration. Significant people from your childhood and or past lives could be coming back into your life for a particular reason. Again, a big, strong sense of family. So it wouldn't surprise me if this connection was like a mother and father to several children, maybe even grandparents for some of you, or if not, that is definitely within your future. I do see that this would be a couple who would want a large family, or they would want like very conventional dynamics here within the family structure, but not necessarily for themselves. For themselves, they might want like a lot more freedom with each other, or they might be in agreement with certain things. But when it comes to the family dynamic, they want things to be run a certain way. This is very much like mom and dad energy. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Even if you're not parents, you give off that energy. So I think if you don't have kids, people might be surprised that you don't, or that you don't want them. Let's get one more card from the Creative Love Oracle. Time to say goodbye. The situation or relationship you're in is facing a dead end. It's time to move on and let go. All endings bring new beginnings. For this particular card, I'm being told that you're saying goodbye to either like a home, a place, or some sort of people, like maybe a community. I don't think this is you and your person. Even if you were to separate, like you're not really ever going to separate is what I'm hearing. You will always be within each other's lives because you've been together for so long. Let's say you've been married for 20 years. If you were to divorce, you're still going to keep in touch because that's a friendship. That's 20 years worth of a friendship that is there. Or maybe you have children together. So you could take that if it resonates, if this is somebody that you know you're separating with, but you know you're going to be in each other's hearts forever or lives forever. But what I'm seeing is that you're saying goodbye to something, especially with the reunion card here. Maybe you're gathering all your friends, family, community for a specific gathering or a specific party, because I am seeing something very specific, because you know it's time to say goodbye to your old home specifically. Maybe you're going to be moving soon and this is a new venture, but you know that you are both very stable enough within this connection to remain grounded and to see things through. Another way I'm being told to see this is you could be saying goodbye to old versions of yourselves. Let's say you are becoming parents. Let's say you're here to see how people see you because you're about to become parents and you're wondering how people view you as a couple. It could be time to say goodbye to your old ways, to, you know, the parentless days, or maybe for some of you, your singlehood, if this is somebody you're entering a union with. After all, the temple could be seen as a church or a temple where you actually, you know, get married. Because the energy I'm getting from both of these individuals is that they both know what they want. They know that they want each other. They know that they're a good team. They know that they work well together, the creation and leadership. The only thing that may be missing here is a little bit sense of emotion or a little bit of sense of love. So I'm not sure where you are there. I guess we'll look into the oracles the tarot for that. But I'm seeing that people don't really see your emotional side. They just see how you are as a power couple, because I am getting power couple, but in the sense that this is very traditional mom and dad vibes. Even if this is an LGBTQ connection, there is one person who is clearly the masculine energy and somebody who is clearly the feminine energy, and you both play your roles very well. With turkey and eagle, lots of birds, lots of very American birds too. Even though turkeys aren't really from the US, they they represent something here. So I'm wondering if this is just an American couple, and I don't know why that has to come through so strongly, because I mean, I am from the US, so I feel like a good portion of my viewership is going to be from there as well. But maybe this is somewhere you're moving to. Maybe you're moving to the US or outside the US, and that's like a big strong part of your identity. So I feel like being able to say goodbye and having this reunion, maybe you're saying goodbye to your family and moving elsewhere outside of the country. But I feel like that particular journey, at least within this reading that is coming up right now, is actually going to be pivotal, because it's going to show how you are as a couple. Because right now, this is how you're being shown. This is how you view yourselves, how everybody else views you. Very much capable of everything. The storm lets me know that maybe this opportunity came out of nowhere, or maybe you have mixed feelings about this, about moving elsewhere, which anybody would. Doesn't matter how much they've ever wanted to go somewhere, they're going to have conflicting feelings about going to places. I know this because I've seen people who, I hope she doesn't mind me sharing this particular example, but my sister went to South Korea. She's always wanted to go to South Korea. She went there for a few months. She's always wanted to study there. She had the opportunity. She went. And ironically enough, she felt very homesick for quesadillas, which is a Mexican food, which is very interesting, because you would have thought she would have wanted to try everything over there, but it turns out the only thing she wanted to eat was the one comfort food that she's always known. So that was clearly her way of expressing homesickness, is being hungry for a food that is very hard to find over there, because tortillas are expensive and the cheeses were different. You know, it's the ingredients were not the same, but that's what she wanted to eat because it was her comfort food. So similarly, I think when you go on to this next journey, there's going to be conflicting feelings, and maybe you might even see you and your person change. So what you want to capture right now is what's going on currently. This is how people are going to view you. And it's very interesting, because I wasn't getting this in any other pile, like a transition within a couple about how they are being viewed. I think this is something you're going to care about, though. Let me go ahead and get the Prism Oracle cards, because I almost forgot about them. Speaking of feelings, speaking of emotions, let's go ahead and get your cards for you and your person. So yeah, if you strongly identify with your American identity, I feel like it's going to be like some sort of it's going to be a theme. And even if you feel that you don't really care about your American identity, trust me, when you go somewhere and you stay there for a long time, it comes up. Because every time I go to Mexico, even though it's my culture, even though I've been going back and forth there since I was young, and my parents are from there, and I grew up with the language, I grew up with everything, my American ways show up very clearly, like very clearly. And I can't really express it. It's not just like what we're used to, it's also the way we view things. We have a lot more options in the US than in a lot of countries, even to the simplest things like foods and water. But anyway, let's go ahead and get your emotions. We have illumination. Lots of light. In fact, this looks like the very light that is within this temple, and even a light that would light up a room. Maybe you're going through a crisis because maybe one of you wanted to go somewhere or move somewhere and the other one didn't. We also have creativity. Again, creation, Gaia. This could have been whoever identifies with Gaia. This could have been part of their idea. And space again. It could be that only one of you is going away and the other one has to stay. It could be that one of you is going away and the other one has to stay. And again, this is bringing up certain emotions within you, which is very interesting. I've definitely had this where it would be me and somebody else, or maybe other people, and one of us had to go somewhere and we thought there were no feelings there, and then it turns out that there were. And it's like the more we try to drift apart, or the more that life tried to bring us apart, the more we understood that there were feelings there. And I feel like this space is going to help you understand this. Another way to see this, though, is that you're going to be very inspired by this era of your life, both you and your person, whether you're moving away together or moving apart and still staying together. I think it depends. This could be one of these couples that like you only see each other for certain parts of the year. I know military couples are this way, at least US military couples. In fact, these birds, these American birds, maybe somebody here is in the military, and maybe that's why you identify so much with your Americanness right now, because it's being thrown in your face how much, well, not being thrown in your face, but you know, it's very prominent. You keep getting reminded of like the American ways, I guess. But take that only if it resonates. It doesn't have to be everybody. Back of the deck is confidence, letting me know that you're both actually going to grow very confident here. Even though the energies that I'm seeing are already very confident, if neither of you identifies with either this Gaia or Zeus leadership and creation energy, then I feel like you will both grow into this eventually, or it's going to become a part of you very naturally. This isn't something that you really ask for, or it's nothing you really try to embody. It's just something you become because there's such powerful energies. It's something that you gain with experience. But let's move on to the tarot portion, because already it's a very interesting dynamic. But the temple lets me know that this is definitely a spiritual pile, whether it's of your own because you decide to be spiritual, or maybe you just came from a spiritual background. I do have to emphasize not religious though, or at least the way I'm being shown, it doesn't feel religious. It feels more spiritual. So you could have you could have a religious background, but the way you view it is very spiritual. So let's go ahead and move on. Because I get the feeling that a lot of you aren't going to be super religious. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but you would view it more on a detached space. Like, you're not going to follow every religion to a T, because I don't think it would suit you, but you do follow certain aspects of it, if that makes sense. But let's go ahead and move on to the Mythos tarot, which is very interesting because we had Zeus pop up, and he is the leader, the king of all the gods in Greek mythology, and this deck is Greek mythology based. So let's go ahead and we're going to do this in 3 sections. The first section is going to be your friends, how they view you as a couple. This one I'm going to do in 1 section because I feel like you have friends in common. Family, same thing. I'm going to try and do your family and their family pile 5, but I get the feeling that a lot of your family, especially if you've been together for a long time, will view you very similarly. And then the last section is going to be either the universe or everybody else. I'm going to make it a point to do community though, because community was coming through very strongly in this particular pile. So let's go ahead and get your friends. How do your friends view you as a couple? Pile 5. We have the Knight of Swords. Lots of communication. I'm seeing you guys talk a lot in the group chat about I'm hearing about your spouses. So it might be you and like a group of friends that are all already with a person or married, or, you know, everybody has their person here, or most people have their person. So I feel like it's very commonplace to be speaking about them. We also have Judgment, Athena. They see you as the brains of the operation. They know that you're the deciding factor here. Even if your person presents as very powerful, or the leader of this family unit, or yourself, or this couple, they know that you're the one who has the final say. They know you're the one who has the final say. You could reverse that as well. But whoever presents as the leader is not the one who has the final say, because they have to listen to somebody else. So let's get the cards for your person's friends. 8 of Wands, Atalanta. They feel... I'm here. Oh my gosh. I'm hearing that whatever you ask your person to do, they jump to it. It's like I'm seeing the snap of a fingers and your person just doing whatever you want. Or like if you message them or call them, they're like, yeah, I'm on my way. Like as soon as you call, they are on their way. Their friends see your person is very whipped, which is very cute. We also have the Page of Wands. Your person could be younger than you. If not, you bring out a very youthful energy to them that I think their friends don't typically see. Or there's something very, like, they see your person just willing and able to do everything for you. And some people think it's immature. They're like, really? Why are you like that? But they don't get it. Like, your person just really adores you and loves you and respects you. So their friends kind of, they see it, and I don't think a lot of their friends have a problem with it, but they're just like, really my guy or girl, like. So I think that's very cute. Let's go ahead and see how your family views you though. So for my pile 5, how does their family view this connection? The Lovers, yeah, they absolutely know you're in love with this person. They absolutely know that there is love there, even if it's not apparent on the outside. They definitely see this love coming through. We also have the 6 of Cups. Again, love, but the sweet, innocent kind. It wouldn't surprise me if you've been like if you knew each other growing up, because I kind of see your family growing to like, I see your family seeing you grow up with this person or level up with this person. There's a nostalgia here, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. It could just be like a sense of belonging to each other. It's very sweet energy. Also, the butterflies make me think of transformation. And then for your person's family, how do they view you? How do they view this connection? We have the Six of Wands, Nike, victory. I love her so much. I love Nike. I have, well, one, not just the brand Nike, which of course I love. In fact, oh, I'm not wearing it today. I thought I was, but they see you as like a prize for your person. They're like, this person is perfect for for your person. They see you as perfect. They feel like they won with you, because I'm seeing like either trophy wife, trophy husband, trophy spouse, I guess. I'm seeing, and I do say spouse because I feel like the majority of you are married. It's giving a lot of very strong commitment and marriage vibes here. I see their family thinking that you are absolutely amazing and wonderful. They see success with you. They see that your person chose the right person for them. And all of these are sixes as well. The Lovers is a 6. The Six of Cups, the Six of Wands. I'm going to laugh if there's another 6 coming through. Okay, another way that your person's family sees this connection or you, we have the Two of Wands. They know that this person can go places with you. They know and understand that there's a lot of plans that you both have. And I feel like that's what they like, that they like seeing the motivation and the movement that you bring to your person and this connection. They love that this person has a sense of direction now that you've shown, because I feel like they've always known that their family has always known that they would be successful and that they would do great things, but they felt that they needed that one push or person to come into their life to help them out with this, and they see that as you. They definitely give you some sort of credit for pushing your person in the right direction or giving them a sense of direction, whether that was directly or indirectly. I see them being very grateful that you're in their lives. I really love this energy. I feel like your families are in harmony with all of each other. It wouldn't surprise me if you've recently gotten married or something like that, because it's giving the sense of like everybody here is just in a great mood. Another way I'm being told to take this Eight of Wands over here with your friend's side is that I feel like you're the reason your person is moving, and because the Eight of Wands is movement. So I feel like their friends wonder why your person is moving because of you, or they kind of wish they wouldn't move because they're losing a friend, of course. But regardless, there's a sense of you two just belong to each other. And everybody here is in agreement that you're an established couple. But it's also funny that everybody knows that you, particularly Pile 5, are the one who makes all the decisions here. Like, your family knows, your friends know, even their family knows, but they won't say it just for the sake of your person's ego. Let's go ahead and get any, how everybody else views you, the community at large mostly, but maybe also spirit. We have the King of Cups. It is so widely known that your person loves you. We have the Star. There's a lot of hope within this connection. There's a lot of great stuff that this connection is creating. Like, you both just work so well together. We have the Two of Swords. So the communication you both have is going to be able to sustain you, because I'm being told to take this in a positive way, even though the Two of Swords can mean either a miscommunication or a lack of communication. You both communicate in your own ways. In fact, especially with Cups and Star here, I'm wondering if there's a bit of a psychic connection here between you and your person. Like, you both just get each other even without having to say much. There's also Death. This is such a transformational connection. You both have changed so much, both throughout your lives and when meeting together, and people see it for the better. Like, they really do see this connection having been something that you both needed in order to move forward in life, to become something better than yourselves. With the Death card, I'm also thinking of, again, movement, because death is an ending, but it's like the ending of a particular stage in your life or a chapter of your life and moving on to something else. Back of the deck energy, the Devil. He wanted to come out reversed, so I could take this as in, like, you both have undone a lot of bad habits within yourselves. Like, you both taught each other how to reform certain habits or things that you used to do that you're not proud of. Another way of seeing this though is discipline. Like you both have learned how to discipline each other in ways like maybe your person really got you on a really good routine, or maybe you got your person to start eating better. Maybe your person got you to start working out. Maybe you taught your person how to balance their finances. It's like you both just came into each other's lives and you strengthened each other, and now people can't imagine you without the other because you're such a strong presence within the community, within your families. You've definitely lifted each other up within this connection, to the point where sometimes I think you look back and think, how did this connection change me so much? How did you, some unassuming person, come into my life and make everything so much better? I feel like you both say that to each other. I don't think it's one more than the other. What's underneath this? We have the King of Coins, stability. There is abundance here, the Knight of Cups. I feel like there's a flirtatious side that neither of you will ever really let go. Like there's definitely a love here, and maybe you keep this hidden from everybody else. Maybe in the public eye or to people, like you're very, I don't know, maybe I'm feeling like you may or may not show your love and affection for each other in public, but they don't understand that it's much deeper than just, you know, physical attraction, or much deeper than this. This is something that is very transformative. Again, I'm getting the feeling that you two have been together forever. If not, it definitely feels that way because that's just the energy you both have. Very beautiful connection. Very lovely. But let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice because I really do love this, but what can I tell you? People see you very favorably. You definitely have the respect of everybody around you, including your families, even if it didn't begin that way at first. That's why I feel like this connection has been around for a minute, because in every other pile, there was like one family who didn't agree, or maybe they just didn't understand. Here, it's like, no, we understand, and this is good for you. We all understand, and this is good for you. So let's start with the Oracle of Hafez for your closing advice. For my pile 5, I'm going to get 2 cards from this particular deck. We have Patience 20. I love this because I feel like there's been a lot of patience within this connection. Or you've learned to have patience through each other. This connection taught you patience, both for each other, for the progress of this connection, and for everything else that comes through within this. We also have Risk and Dare, letting me know that you both are not afraid of taking risks here. Maybe the connection began with a risk. After all, we did have that the Storm card pop up in the oracles. It's almost like maybe you took a chance on each other and it ended up being the best thing ever. You could also see your current journey, if you are moving away from something here, as a risk itself, but you both know that it will pay off in the end, because you both always, I'm hearing you both always end up on top, or you always end up winning. Again, that 6 of Wands energy is coming through. Nike, victory. You both always win. This would be the kind of couple that always you always overcome the odds in anything. If you get together, people know that they have no chance against the both of you. Let's go ahead and get your channeled messages. But yeah, I'm seeing like if you two enter a competition, people kind of want to drop out. It's like, yeah, no, if those two are going to be entering this, then we don't want anything to do with it because they're going to win. There's no point. Like, it's like everybody go home. Pile 5 is here. So let's go ahead and get some channeled messages for you and your person. These could be from your person. These could be from spirit. Just messages that need to come through regarding this connection. We have, darling, you are perfect. Oh, it's beautiful. It's also making me think of Ed Sheeran's Perfect, which is a wedding song, which, again, I feel like a lot of you might be married or could be engaged. Your silence is the loudest sound of all. Somebody here, when they get mad, they get silent, and somebody doesn't like it. There's something about the silence here that bothers them. And I'm hearing Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. So, yeah, interesting playlist that we got going on here. We've got I'm Coming Back to You. Hold on just a little longer. Again, there might be times of separation within this connection. Or it might be one person who is leaving and then they might come back. We have Let's Travel to Unknown Lands Together. Yeah, like I said, maybe you both are traveling somewhere else. Maybe you're moving to a different country or somewhere different. You could be moving within the same country as well. Like you could still be moving within the same area, but I feel like it's going to be further than you're usually used to. We have I'm stringing you along. I have ulterior motives. What this makes me think is that somebody here in the beginning had a plan, I don't think it was ulterior motives. I think there was like a long game here. Somebody here had plans for this, and maybe somebody wasn't completely on board, or it took some time for somebody to get around to that plan. Like maybe somebody really wanted, like they had the vision of like a particular career, family, place to live, and the other person wasn't sure, or they had to wait and catch up for it. So it's not ulterior motives. I just feel like there was definitely a plan here. And maybe some people saw it this way, like especially friends or family. But somebody here is a planner, and they expected the other person to show up to this plan. I feel like they did. Let's go ahead and get, I have trust issues. Yeah, I feel like the time apart could bring up trust issues within each other, but this is something that I think, again, because you both give each other such space, I feel like there's a respect there. It's like, because my person gave me space, I'm not going to take advantage of that. It's that kind of energy. But trust issues were definitely brought up within this connection. Let's run away or elope together. Maybe you did run away and elope at some point, and then you got back together and had like an actual wedding. This would be a couple who wants to get married as soon as possible, or as soon as they see fit, because there's just a love here. Or you both knew when you met each other that you would be together forever, so might as well. It could also be for, you know, some benefits here, like health benefits. I've seen that a lot. At least in the US, people will get married for healthcare benefits from their spouse. We have, I'm torn between you and someone else, love triangle. The beginning of this connection could have had a bit of a love triangle. I'm also seeing, if it's not somebody else, it's another thing that just takes up a lot of energy, like a career or a lifestyle. It could be a love triangle between you, this person, and some other thing if it wasn't a person. But there was definitely some time before you two got together and it became so solid that it's now the connection that everybody sees. Back of the deck, I never thought I would feel a love as strong as this. Yeah, this connection is very strong, and the love within this connection is so transformative. I feel that very strongly, like that song that came through the beginning. Because of your damn love, here I am, having the best life ever. Let's go ahead and get the I am so totally into you cards. These are going to be cards that represent this connection. We have, he loves me as is, which is a gift I wish for all of us to receive. The gift of being loved simply because of who you are, not in spite of it, not with condition, and not loved in parts. This is Patrice Canculer, and there's just a lot of unconditional love here. I feel like you both accept each other as you are, even as you change, even as you grow, like you find new things to love about each other. And it's really, there's a deep emotional connection here that I'm not tapping into, because I feel that you both keep that very sacredly away from everybody else. Like you don't want anybody interfering with that. Let's go ahead and get another card. I want to do with you what spring does with the cherry trees. Pablo Neruda, Every Day You Play. I love this. I love it so much. It's like you both blossomed when you met each other. Like you both, and quite literally you could have grown up together if you were young enough whenever you met each other. But there's a feeling here that you both make each other blossom in ways that I don't think anybody else could or would be able to. There's something very unique about this connection. And I feel a lot of people can't deny that you were made for each other and that you're just such a great couple together. Even if your friends have their own opinions, even if your family at first wasn't accepting of it, it's undeniable, the love that is shared here. But this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile 5. Thank you so much for letting me read for you and your person. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.